But yes, man. So everybody else that's still here, while we're here, we don't want no quiet time. Y'all get it together, man. What's going on? So what's up for the week? I know Todd. I'll be waiting for the queen. There she is. What's going on?
Hello.
Head creamer of the
Well,
week. Oh, yeah.
reporting for duty.
All right, there you go. I see you got it. You got it hooked up. You know what I'm saying? I was wondering what's going on. Make sure you hook up your channel.
Yeah, I was trying to be here exactly when Raw was over, but technical difficulties. But we here. We're here.
Hey man, listen, it's great. As you can see, man, now it's a full house on this motherfucking people around. They out here
I
forward tonight.
see. Well,
They
it's
are,
Raw after Raw. The kids better be tucked in.
yes.
Man, crazy, crazy, crazy
Let's
day.
see.
I'm over it.
Man, listen, Mr. All Days Off said LOL Disco too. I don't want to see Disco nowhere near WWE at all. RB said, who would you put in the Filthy Animals Reloaded? I put Liv in there. What you say, Leo? I mean, they already kind of got it. If they would have pulled, I thought that Dominic would have been pulled away. And you know what I'm saying? That would have been good if they would have did it that way. Pull Dominic away. That's what I thought Carlito was there for. Pull him away, and then like Rey Mysterio had him, and then Rey Mysterio is unmasked, and then we get that new Filthy Animals group. Just bad. I want to see heels though, and just have Rey Mysterio just a heel beating people down. I missed that,
Interesting.
man. That was great. Let's see. Ballet says, when is Liv going to have a match? Here we go again with the women's champion barely defending the title.
Mm,
Uh,
mm.
get them, Ballet. Listen, like Fletcher said, hurry up and wait. RB says, what's happening, Tati? Ballet says, hey, Tati.
Hello, Robert, ballet dancer. How y'all doing tonight?
Mr. All Days Off said Disco stayed in the Kobe 8 jersey while in that Filthy Animals era. He did. He did. And he used to come out with the Viva La Raza. Hey, man, listen, I was just watching earlier videos of him today with them with the Filthy Animal. Ray used to put them horns on his head and shit. That
You
shit was
really
funny.
want Rey Mysterio to turn heel?
I do. I'm tired of the Vortex. Like I don't want to see LWO again. Like get rid of that shit. Turn Rey Mysterio
Mm.
heel. Why you out here without your without your mask on? You know what I'm saying? Like you took your bra off and shit. Like if you that's what you
What?
doing. Like
What the? What the hell? Those things can be so annoying.
I
So
know
annoying.
that mask is probably annoying for him now. He probably like, man, take this shit
I'm
off.
sure it is.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying? I
sure it
don't want to
is.
wear it. I wear it everywhere I go. I'm tired of it. Just take it off. Just put on some glasses, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Be yourself, man. Your son is out here and shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Ballet says good. Mr. Off said Ray had that Latina Nitro girl on his arm back then too. He did. I seen it. Ballet said no bra wearing.
Oh
Oh
man.
shit,
Well,
man. So all right, so let's man. How did you enjoy it? Well, you said it was boring, but how did you enjoy it? What was your favorite spots of the night?
I ain't gonna lie. I was like in and out,
Look
in and
at you.
out.
See you.
I did like the little scuffle that Dom and Damien had, and then Rhea and Liv also. I mean, honestly, what the fuck was Carlito wearing?
Well, with the
At
mismatched
first,
shoes and shit.
I thought he had a boot on his foot, and I was like, "Damn, what happened?" And then
What?
Damien was running after Carlito, and they was running kind of slow, and I was like, "Damn, he got a boot on his foot, and you running after him." Then I realized it's the same damn shoes with different colors.
Yeah, it was definitely a you know what I'm saying. I get it. It was a mismatched show. Shit, the way they had it set up, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Ballet says she gives the show a C plus.
Oh,
Fletcher Fletcher says good night to everyone. Haven't seen y'all in a while. Had an amazing time watching Raw. What an epic show this was. Thank you, Levesque. Best booker ever.
oh,
He's still cooking the show. Fletcher,
you
you
know
are
that.
wild. Mr. Ardezov said, look it up on your screen. Look it up on your screen share. Scott Steiner did that first. LOL Carlito. Fletcher says CM Punk beating up full grown Drew McIntyre with just fists is so realistic. No, he had a belt. He whooped him with a belt. He whooped his ass. You know what I'm saying? RB said, yo, Miss Cage, here, my surprise, Daddy got a low for Miss Cage, and then he picks up Miss Cage and puts her on the bed, and Miss Cage wrestle on the bed. Now,
Oh,
Miss Cage, would you like to wrestle on top or bottom?
top.
Okay. Fletcher says before the belt, Leo and Sandman and slid through. He say, "Hey yo, B, what's goody? What's going on,
Hello,
Sandman?
Sandman. What's going on?
Appreciate you for
What's going
coming
on,
through,
man?
man.
If I knew Raw was in Austin, I would have just went. I would have
See,
just went.
and just fell asleep at ringside on purpose, so that way
No,
we
I
could be
think I would. I
like,
think I would have had fun. I think I would have stayed. I think I would have, but my daughter wouldn't have been happy about it because man, I'm telling you, by yesterday with the Ring of Honor tapings, I took her. This is the first time I took her the entire time that they've been here for the past few weeks, and she seemed sort of excited at first,
Mhm.
and then after a while, it was just like, I know this bitch didn't just bring me here.
That's what the
Every
exactly.
time she thought it was the last match, I was
Mhm.
just like, no, baby, I don't even know when it's gonna be over. Just sit tight, sit tight. She was not happy about it. She was not
Oh
happy about it. Let me just say this. Tony Khan in the beginning, the very beginning, brought out hologram for the kids.
oh shit.
So the hologram come say hello to the kids and all that stuff, to be doing flips and stunts and shit for the kids. And I was just like, oh, this is what we're doing. Um,
You said
I
hologram for
mean,
the kids. That's funny.
yes.
That's fucking
Hologram taking
hilarious.
pictures with the kids, high fiving everybody and everything. And I knew it because I was just like, this company, I mean, aside from Orange Cassidy, like the company don't necessarily have um that wrestler that the kids really, really like. You know what I mean? Something that
Mm-hmm.
attracts the kids. And I've always wondered about that too. So they brought him out to begin the whole thing before the matches started, and I thought that was really interesting that they've done something like that. I've never seen them actually display a wrestler like that in terms of gearing for the kids, so I thought that was pretty cool. So we'll see what happens with him over there.
So
We'll see.
is hologram today's Glacier?
Oh. Honestly,
Let's.
bruv,
I'm just saying,
well,
who did it better, Glacier or hologram? Y'all can vote in the chat too,
I never
because
even
when we was kids, Glacier was WCW's version of the, you know what I'm saying, of Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero and shit, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's immediately what I thought when I saw
That's
hologram.
funny. I never actually thought of that. Now that you showed it to me, I'm not going to be able to like erase that from my head. Um, so for me, I think hologram is talented, but I haven't been wowed yet. For me, I haven't been wowed yet. And like I was saying, like for Tony to make it a point that hologram, out there for the kids or whatever, it's easy to take a luchador and make them look interesting with their gear and whatnot and gear that towards the kids. So if that's the route that they're going with hologram, I think it'll work in terms of the kids, because I do feel like, WWE has been around for a long time, so they do have those wrestlers that kids are automatically attracted to. And AEW, like I said, aside from Orange Cassidy, everybody got a pretty much has an Orange Cassidy outfit in their closet in a way, except for me. I don't wear blue denim. Ew, no. But
It's funny.
that's easy, and I don't know. I think he's cool. I see a lot of people are gravitating towards him in AEW, but I think we need to see a little bit more. So hologram is probably going to be a babyface his entire career.
Oh man, oh that's unfortunate. Unless he does a Power Ranger switch and then turns like into an evil Ranger, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna need Rita.
Bro.
We're gonna need Rita to come
Yeah.
in and get that nigga the candle.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind
Give
that.
Rita come with the candle. Say make my monster grow. Holy shit,
Man, I'm telling you, it's been really, really great. And I tell people, like, go see a fucking wrestling show. Like, it is such a really great vibe, like, to be at the shows. Now I do hear wrestling fans say a lot they don't like the live environment because it is really different from watching TV. There's no commentary. You don't really hear anything but bodies slamming on the mats, to be completely honest with you. It's a different experience, yes. But I mean, just try it once if you've never have, and just experience what it's like being in the same place where there's like-minded people that obviously enjoy the same thing. Is really, really cool. Really cool.
Man, that's crazy.
Very loud too. I almost threw my watch because my watch kept saying, "You're in a loud environment. You're in a loud." I'm like,
Oh my
"Bitch, I
god.
know.
I
I
hate when
hate
the
that
watch.
shit."
Yeah, I don't know why they added that to the watch updates. Like nobody asked you to tell me what kind of. I know where I'm
Right.
at.
I was trying to figure out how to turn it off because I was like, "Man, this is so annoying." Every time people are screaming, the watch is telling me I'm somewhere too loud. I don't need you to tell me that. I know where I'm at.
Maybe my watch be like, "Yo, turn your headphones are too loud for you right now." Like I know
And
I'm
that's another
blasting my
thing
shit
too. Don't tell me about my music. When I'm in the zone, don't tell me it's loud.
at all. Ballet said Dave Messi claims that Dakota Kai is injured. Man, we not listening to him unless it comes from the company itself. You know what I'm saying? They taking people out week by week on
Injured
purpose.
injured from what? Oh, like storyline purposes, you mean?
Yeah, well, he says that she's injured, but I mean, I hope not. That would be. I hope not, because she just came back from an injury, so I know they
The
wrote
same
her off.
people, the same people that's talking about Penta's gonna be at the performance center on August 31st. Like that is so specific for y'all to be reporting.
They know what they doing, man. That's why I say I don't. I try not to even listen. I don't
Are
even want to
are
see they
y'all
face.
literally looking at Penta's calendar right now on his wall? Is that what it is that y'all know?
They've been like they acting like they at Penta's house. That's what I'm saying. Just let it go. Lay
And then
says
they're talking
peace.
about, oh, Ray Phoenix will be joining him sometime in September. We have not confirmed the date. What? Okay. All right.
Man, listen, y'all. They need some milk and cookies. Ballet said, "Peace to the Sandman." Fletcher says, "Why was Drew, Punk, Orton, and Gunther in the same segment? I just seen that clip of Punk beating Drew and Orton RKOing Gunther." Well, I think it's
Hmm.
because Drew McIntyre was coming down because he still won his title, and CM Punk is like, "While I'm here, you will never win this title." So that's probably why if they're
Didn't I
doing
say
like
that shit's gonna get old?
it is, but I still like the blood feud between them. But I mean, honestly, Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo cooking that feud. So if I'm
They
keeping it
let
a
me say
feud,
something. The crazy thing is that they've had been having a really great feud, and they're literally fighting over nothing. To be completely honest, like
they was fighting over who's gonna fight Tony Storm, and ain't neither one of them are fighting Tony Storm now. It's just
neither
like
one of them are. But now it's just like, I hate you, bitch. Okay, you hate me too. Let's fight. That's what it is. But now you have Drew, who had like a little taste of having the title, and now it's like no matter what he does, CM Punk is breathing on his motherfucking neck. And I'm just like, okay, at some point, this is just gonna be tiring. People are just gonna be like, all right, bro, like chill the fuck out. There's other people on the roster. Fuck with them for a little bit, and then get back to Drew. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
the constant thing, it's gonna get tiring after a while. I think.
yeah. I mean, I think so too. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I think they'll probably have one more match, and then that'll be it. I can't see them going into a third match unless the next match really takes it up a notch. I can't see Drew and CM Punk having more than one more match, and then CM Punk gets his one uppance. RB said, "Your daughter not wrestling for her Tati, not a
Oh, she's
wrestling
not.
fan, huh?"
Mm, she do like some wrestlers, but she's not necessarily a fan. That's why I don't take her to the shows. I want to take her to a handful of shows. I don't want to. When I'm telling you, when I'm watching, I don't want to hear no complaining, no crying, nothing. Like I'm in my thing. I don't want to hear it. So normally I don't bring her, but I thought this would be a little different since they had two separate tapings for Ring of Honor. They canceled the one in the evening, but the taping that they had was just as long as the one that I went to a couple of weeks ago. And I was just like, did it even matter? They did send me my money back this morning, but it was what it was. I'm cool with it. It was really long. People like me, I don't got no problem. I watch y'all take that damn ring to the truck. Other people, they're over it.
You didn't get your piece of the mat, like they like yo. Let me
Well,
get.
no, well they didn't pack the ring because they're gonna be back on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Fletcher,
same
Fletcher
setup.
said, Fletcher saying, "I'll join next time. I don't even have a setup or shit to do the live stream, but I'll manage those stuff and make it. But it's difficult due to the time difference. I understand,
I
but yeah,
know.
but we want to have you on, man. One of these panels you're gonna have to join either for like either one of these shows or pay
Oh,
per view
Fletcher, what about All In? England is closer to where you are. You probably be able to pull up for that.
on the time difference as well. Yeah." Sandman said good point, Tati. Fletcher says, and I might do some WW and AEW. Depends on my work schedule. Mine doesn't work like No Chills. That's only working on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Lord.
Listen,
I
don't do it, man.
like it. Shady.
Mr. All Days Off said, Trick love the kids. He said, he said Glacier Sub Zero. Y'all already know
Oh
Glacier was
my
that.
God.
Listen, I loved. Hey, listen, man. I loved Glacier when he came out. And then they brung fucking that was when they brung Chris, when they brung Canyon, and Canyon came with you know what I mean? He was looking like Reptile and shit. What was his name? When he first came?
Mortis?
Mortis, yeah, and he had the green on and
Yes.
shit. Man, Canyon was dope.
Yes, he was. Gone too soon. Gone too
Yeah.
soon.
Who better
That's
than
that's what I was about to say. That's why Brian Cage always says who better, from his best friend.
That's dope.
Gone way too soon.
Absolutely. Fletcher says, y'all think Hologram and Ricochet gonna be the replacement of the Lucha Brothers?
Lord, there we go.
Not Hologram. Hologram gonna have to hit the gym, bro.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Hologram. Oh God, man. Maybe
Go
that.
ahead.
Okay, like I don't know anything about this according to these reports about the Lucha Brothers or whatever, but based off what I saw yesterday, it looked like that's what they're gearing towards for Hologram or whatnot, and I think that's okay. Lucha Brothers, I mean, I their style, I know they all wear masks and all that stuff, but they have a different style from Hologram. So I don't know. It's hard to say a replacement because I find them to be very different.
Mm-hmm.
Very different.
It was funny. Who was it? One of those mornings, like if I leave sometimes I leave my TV on and then it just like it auto plays YouTube shit. So that's how I end up with Jim Cornette on my TV sometimes. And
Mm-hmm.
he was actually like he liked he was he liked Angelico.
Who?
And Helico, I guess you know what I mean?
No, who said that?
Jim Cornette. Like what?
Oh. Oh, yesterday I was just looking into Angelico's eyes. I was like, damn, baby, I didn't know you had pretty eyes like that.
I seen you too in the picture. Mr. Audis off said Mortis was Reptile. He was his outfit was way more flossier than Glacier's too. Glacier started looking like a cheap imitation, and then with him and Mortis,
it looked like something you probably get at like Party City or something, I guess.
Remember he used to, but his entrance was dope though. Like that's what made me think of like when I saw him coming out to the ring, Hologram the first time. I immediately said, okay, this is Glacier. Remember Glacier used to come out and then all right, so Xia Li as well was one of those, you know what I'm saying? Like she was another Mortal Kombat character. She was Melina, or you know what I'm saying? And then they have Carmen Petrovic. So it's like I'm looking at these people that use those kind of like, you know what I mean, the Mortal Kombat influence kind of characters and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? Shit, it's interesting. I like it. And I'm enjoying it. It's something to do. Definitely, it'll get a kid something to do. It's kind of like how they doing the Ninja Turtle shit with Roman Reigns and the New Day, how Roman is Shredder and shit like that for collectibles and stuff like that. But every generation of wrestlers have one. WWE always has one. They used to have Doink and Dink. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Lord have mercy.
Holy shit. I don't know why I like Doink even when he was bad though. He just walk through the crowd and never wrestle and shit, but just
who doesn't like evil clowns? I was gonna say I never understood why people don't like clowns, but then again, Pennywise, like I guess I get it. I don't know.
Man, I don't know. I was never scared of clowns. You know what I'm saying? Like,
me either.
But you know what I mean? This is why if you're doing that, like Danhausen, obviously I don't get why he's not back on TV yet. You know what I'm saying?
And he just won a title in Ireland.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
They showed a picture of Danhausen earlier and said if Cody Rhodes came out today as Stardust, him and Danhausen look similar and shit. And then Danhausen retweeted it and said, "This is Danhausen's cousin." Danhausen is fucking hilarious, man. I wish they would put Danhausen back on TV. Let's see. RB says Miss Cage gets on top of her daddy and gets and rides that pony like a horse. Fletcher said, "How old is Aramis or Aramis?"
Oh, I have no clue. I could look it up though. Let me see.
Sandman says Glacier is my guy. He's actually in AEW right now doing security. Holy
Is
shit.
he?
Is he?
Who's saying that?
Sandman. He
I
might be
didn't.
though.
I was about to say if that's Mr. All Days On. We're gonna have to fact check that. I don't know. That's interesting. That's cool though, if that's the case.
He is. He was holding back Roosh.
Really?
Holy shit. Yeah, 2 months ago when Roosh was going crazy.
With MJF?
Huh?
That MJF thing, and was it Roosh?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna
When they were backstage?
Yeah. Believe that is.
Oh.
He is actually backstage. I'm about to put the screenshot up in a second. Give me a minute.
Okay. I know exactly what moment you're talking about, but I didn't necessarily pick that up.
That's wild.
Okay. All right.
So Glacier is still employed. Tony Khan
He's
is doing the Lord's
employed.
work.
Tony Khan. There we go.
He might have helped with Hologram's whole presentation. Now we connecting the dots and shit. We over here connecting the dots, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Fletcher said if Hologram is young, he has a brilliant future ahead of him. I agree.
I don't know how old he is. I just looked it up and couldn't find anything.
Nothing
at all.
They scrubbed the internet of anything. Aramis just like, no, we just going to erase
all I see is that he debuted in 2010. So maybe early 30s.
Oh, he's 25.
How? And he debuted in 2010, bruv?
I don't know. They say he's 25. I'm looking at that right now.
Who is saying that?
This is on Bing. I found it on Bing when I looked it up.
Bro, nobody use Bing.
I mean, hey, listen, man, they got all of that smart AI shit built into it. So you know what I mean? It's I use Bing for I use Edge for to stream through StreamYard over here. So
people use those browsers, okay.
Hey, they give you money and points on for using this shit. Hell yeah. I look back in my every time you use a search engine, you get money towards your Microsoft account, and there's a whole list of shit you can buy. So if anybody out there is
look, they're paying people to use their browsers because no one uses it. Makes sense.
That's all right. Hey, listen, I'm gonna take them points. RB said, "Would you like to be on top the whole match?"
Oh, yes.
Fletcher says, "Are you doing an all-in prediction stream or something like that?"
I normally just do a video and post that. I never really do it live, but I mean, we can talk about it closer to the pay-per-view on one of the live streams.
Maybe we should do a what's the name?
What I'm seeing? Wait, hold on. Wrong person. Never mind. I was about to say something. I was about to say he is 25, but that's somebody else. But if you debuted in 2020 and you 25, the fuck? Now look, I ain't good at math or whatever, but that sounds like you were wrestling in like kindergarten, okay?
21 years. I mean, listen, man, what's the name? Young OG is 19, just turned 20. You know what I'm saying? He was 19 when he got signed. How old is Mark Henry's son? He 19 too, right?
I think so, something like that. I think he not too long ago was in high school, so. But that's different though. He can't be 25. There's just no way. That means he would have been wrestling for 15 years.
Amanda Talks Wrestling is here.
Hi, Amanda.
She says, I didn't grow up watching Glacier slash in WCW in general, but I did meet him in 2017, and he's one of the nicer wrestlers that I have met. I'm glad you had a good experience with him. Some of these wrestlers.
Why you say it like that?
I thought you already know I still got beef with Batista. You know me. I'm still mad about that. You know what I'm saying? Some of these wrestlers will give you their ass to kiss. So I'm not gonna do it.
Well.
Ballet says, turn off the lights, light a candle. Fletcher says, Tati, try to be a wrestling fan in Portugal where wrestling basically doesn't exist. This is why Fletcher he goes hard for his sport. Hey, listen, man, I do not blame you. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to be in just an area where, listen, you got to imagine being around people that used to watch wrestling with you every week, and then now they don't, and they look at you crazy and shit. Like when you
still watch that fake shit. Oh God, I hate that.
Oh yeah, don't use that word with me. I'm cooking you. I'm gonna fry your ass up. You know what I'm saying? You do it around these parts. Mr. All Days Off said, I used to think Rita Repulsa was a baddie as a kid. Her skin tone, you are wild. You want she used to make your monster grow. No. Holy shit. Oh, I had to do it. It's Raw after all. Fletcher said wildest all-in prediction would be Rebecca Quinn showing up. It's in the UK. Tati has hit the smoke and grab her cloak. She is gone. She will be back when she's back. Fletcher says, oh, Tati, you're talking about Penta's new trend of going to WWE. Just wait when WWE fan base knows about Danielson's contract ending now. Daniel Bryan is coming home, trending worldwide. He is not. He is not. It ain't happening. His wife and them left. They don't have their names unless he going back so his wife can get their name back as the Bella Twins, so they could do that and get some Legends contracts. I can't see it.
No,
because the Garcia twin shit ain't sticking for a lot of people. So you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they'll make more money as the Bella Twins than they would as the Garcia twins.
I guess.
Let's see. CM Punk. He said CM Punk doing the Hangman on Drew. And No Chill said WWE doesn't give a shit about AEW, yet their feud is based on AEW stuff. And Seth Rollins coming in.
Seth Rollins fashions based on AEW stuff, right?
He was dressed as Hangman Page. That shit was funny. He said tribalism, No Chill. Look, he still look.
There it is.
You're cooking the man and he ain't even here. Don't. You
there
know
it is. He should have stayed on talking about tribalism. Look, let me. You know, like when we talk about wrestling, when we're doing live streams, we talk about it all or whatever. You know, sometimes we be making fun of things and trolling around or whatever. But tribalism, no, definitely not.
I don't think he meant this seriously, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all can bring his feet to the fire tomorrow. He will be live again for NXT or SmackDown. So one of the two, y'all will be able to ask him about.
Well, Fletcher gonna have to hold the fort because I got Queens of the Ring tomorrow on the Hardcore Sports Network.
Well, you already know, man, that half of the, you know what I mean? Everybody gonna be over at Queens of the Ring. Definitely, I'm gonna come in and tap in during the show. Hopefully y'all will have a great show tomorrow. So remember, tomorrow, you guys, Queens of the Ring is on as well as NXT. So you know what I mean, y'all can tap into both. Make sure everybody tap into both.
Yes,
but definitely go over
all your devices.
Support the Queens of the Ring with Queen Tati over there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? She will be in full support with the Undertaker behind her. So y'all go over there and tap in with that. Fletcher says people need to realize that CM Punk ain't CM Punk from 2010s anymore. He can't take the grind. Hey Levesque, you should have Ospreay that can the one that can actually take the grind. I mean, he be taking weeks off too, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see Ospreay as much as I see Ospreay. Byron Cutler is here. He says, I got 2 bold predictions for 2025. Finn Balor will either win the Money in the Bank ladder match or the Royal Rumble match, and Dirty Dom will either become the IC champ or the UC or the US champ.
Interesting. Matter of fact, I thought Finn Balor looked tired as hell tonight, but that's just me. I actually never really thought about him winning. I feel like there are bigger players in terms of winning the Royal Rumble. But that's the thing though. If it's to have
there's always elimination.
Gunther's still gonna get it. It's still gonna have it by then. I'm thinking. We already know Cody Rhodes. Still gonna have the title.
What?
I don't know. With those two, with the titles by WrestleMania, I don't see it being Finn Balor, to be honest with you. I think it's a little too early for me to predict that. See how things play out. I think like after by Survivor Series, I think it'll probably look a little bit more clear who those key players might be in terms of who could possibly win the Royal Rumble or even maybe Money in the Bank still a little bit soon. But like I said, Paul Levesque, you probably don't watch me anyway, but put Money in the Bank back on WrestleMania. Night 1 with the ladies, night 2 for the guys, whichever, or go back to doing that.
I would love to see that. Fletcher says Levesque will put a main title on Dom for sure. Balor won't get a main title ever, Sally. I don't know, man. That's his man's in them. I can see it happening. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, I can see him winning. I can see him winning maybe the Elimination Chamber, at least fighting for the title. So I would love to see Finn Balor win the World Heavyweight Championship. That's the one he hasn't won. Or
Yeah.
let him win the one that's on SmackDown, the Universal Championship, or the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship.
Whatever. Somebody take that title off of Cody, whoever it is. I personally don't care.
Yeah, Megan wrote a good article today, and she was asking was about Roman's return diminishing Cody's his turn, you know, or his World Heavyweight Championship reign, I should say. So
Wait,
I kind
who?
of Megan that was here last week with us, Megan Ambers.
No,
She wrote,
what did she say?
she said she wrote an article about Roman's return. Is it
Mhm.
is it overshadowing Cody's reign as a champion?
What?
Take it. Well, yeah, because it's just like she's weighing it. Like,
wait, hold on.
Is it better?
Because Roman just came on SummerSlam. Okay, Cody had these past few months since he won the title, and then have not done a damn thing. So did that overshadow it? No, it already sucked from before Roman Reigns returned. So there's your answer. To be honest, I'm bored as hell, and you know, I'll still be honest. Like if he was making things interesting as champion, I'd say it, but I'm not interested. I'm not.
Do you think it has anything to do with let's just say this, right? Cody's been a face for the last 3 years now. Usually you get a turn around, you know what I'm saying, like this time, you know what I'm saying? After 3 or 4 years, you get a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people want to see, like they all say it, they want to see Cody turn. I think if Cody turns, then we'll get you'll get that Cody that you want, that you'll love to hate.
No, not me. But
I know you just don't like. But
well, what if he turns heel and nobody likes that? You know, like honestly, if you're a baby face and people are bored, it's like holy shit. Like what we gonna do to save you? You know what I mean? I just feel like they spent so long, a whole year of this pity party of Cody, where it was just like, oh God, I'm just over it. Just give this guy the title so this shit can stop. He gets it. And now you're just like, all right, he got it. He had his moment. That was the peak. The peak of the whole thing was him winning it at WrestleMania. And that was it.
I think,
you know, it's not just Cody. Let's be real. I think all throughout wrestling, a lot of these storylines have a peak, and the peak is where the person wins the title. But then it almost seems like as if there were no real concrete plans for after winning that. Look at Bayley, who has had the title. Y'all know I was over here praying, which I don't even do, for Bayley to win the damn title. And she won it. That was the peak of the whole thing for Bayley. And then after that, it's just been like, shit, well, did y'all have plans for her after this? So I'm not going to lie, but by the time she lost the title, I kind of felt like, it didn't really feel like it was a bad thing to me, because it was like, well, maybe someone else will just make being champion more interesting. Maybe the company will have plans for someone else. Like I honestly felt like there were no plans at all for Bayley. So now here we are with Cody Rhodes, and I do feel the same way about him too. No true plans for him. And you know, not to say that I didn't enjoy a couple of the matches that he had, but that's pretty much it. Nothing interesting in terms of a feud. You know, it took The Rock getting involved in that whole thing to make something that Cody Rhodes was involved in interesting. You know what I mean? And now here we are. When you take out Roman from the picture, you took out The Rock from the picture, and now he's that standalone dude at the top, and we're fucking bored.
And I think this is why I was saying Fletcher earlier that we in year one with Paul Levesque, like right, as it being like AEW and him actually running it and having to run the whole operation. This is where I say like they're having trouble post booking all of these people. Post booking plans. They're from Rhea with her and how many times she's defended the title to Liv Morgan now. Everybody wanted all of these people to win, and now they're stuck. Not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm what like you said, like the same thing that you're saying, we're waiting, you know what I'm saying? Like we're waiting. And then it's all it is, just we're gonna keep waiting until somebody else just wins the title and hopes they do something with it. And they have to figure it out. Like these plans.
I don't think we can always blame the wrestlers. It is they're being booked to be in situations. If the company it almost seems like let's give the fans, or what seems like the majority of fans, what they want. and that'll make them happy. But then again, you make somebody happy, you got to keep them happy too. So now it's like, all right, it didn't seem like y'all have real plans for a lot of these people. And I'm just talking like championships only, because like that's the most important thing when it comes to wrestling, being a champion. Everybody wants to have gold, and then you get the gold, and it's supposed to follow up with other things that shows other people that being at the top or being a champion in the company, it's the biggest reward. And so far it has not seemed that way, at least not to me. So I don't
Yeah,
know if y'all would agree, but I don't know. Triple H got a lot of work to do, to be honest with you. A
definitely.
lot.
I think the peak of Cody's like face, like him being a face, was him holding that title up in the Garden. And I always wanted to see a champion turn heel. That's my thing, is that what I want to see. And I can only imagine how older people that watch wrestling when they were adults in the 80s and 90s, when how they felt about, like, even when I know that as an adult, I felt that way when John Cena was champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, take the title off this motherfucker. Now, I already know you was a John Cena fan and you got all his shirts and shit in the closet. So I ain't shitting on you, but you were young.
Didn't I say don't bring it up?
No, I'm just saying, but you were young then. So you absolutely loved it. It's the same thing with like how kids love certain things. When I was a kid, I like most kids, I liked Hogan, right? And I like the Ultimate. And at the end of the day, when you get older, it's like, man, this nigga was trash. You know what I'm saying? like, and then Ultimate Warrior, trash. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 moves of death. I didn't want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he come down, he could barely breathe in the ring and shit. Like, it took people like Macho Man, like, I'm gonna blow your ass up in this match and you gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna show you that I can make you wrestle. It's almost like how Seth Rollins does with people and show people that he can make good matches out of them. Let's see. Let's move on with the comments.
And then look at Damian Priest too. That's another one who had the title and nothing.
But look at him now, though. Now he's interesting without the title again. As soon as you take the title off of him, he's interesting as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn. Like, now he seems motivated to make a story out of anything. It's like Deonna Purrazzo. Like, I will go back to Deonna Purrazzo and fucking Thunder Rosa. That we didn't know we wanted that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did not know we wanted Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. And now how many matches have they had? And we like, give me more. Like, every time. I'm not done yet. Give me more. I'm tired of Mariah May and fucking Toni Storm already. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There. Now, if they were just fighting over the title, I don't know how it would be if they was fighting over the title like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it just seems that way. Like, fucking Okada, he has the title, and it's like, that's the only thing I can point to as far as post booking with that.
Yeah, in AEW, yeah.
That's the only thing I can really think of.
I know some people complained about Swerve.
It's only the placement. It's only placement for Swerve for me. It's not about how they're finally booking him and he's getting matches. The match with Ishii was kind of like, all right, bro, like, he didn't have to fight Ishii, but it was cool because it was like a dream match or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like we knew what was gonna happen. And then again, I didn't, because I was like, I don't know his neck. But I was like, that shit, I don't know if the house call gonna work, bro. But but I was like, I'm thinking like, all right, well, Swerve is getting booked. It's just the placement. Like, we had the 6-man? It was a FTR, and what was the last match that's on Collision this weekend?
Oh, it was Bang Bang Gang versus House of Black.
Did you want to see that over Swerve as the main event and Ishii?
Well, I did want to see Buddy Matthews' abs, so I guess I'll take that. So
you was gonna main event regardless, though.
Well, yes. For a main event. So, but the thing is that we didn't know who Swerve was going to be facing. They announced it kind of last second that Swerve was going to be on the show, which was interesting, and didn't have an opponent for him. So they just said it was an open challenge. And I think people will be more interested in knowing who the opponent would be as a main event versus kind of, I mean, if it was going to be somebody like, let's say Ricochet had just came out. Now that right there, I can see why you would put that in the main event. But like, to be honest with you, Ishii just here collecting a check. So it's not the same. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. As Fletcher said, Kevin Owens made 10 years of WWE today, one main title run, 10 years. I absolutely agree. But I mean, over the years, I mean, shit, some champions worked, some didn't. We know Roman Reigns had the belt. Brock Lesnar had the belt 50 times in between those fucking reigns. Hey, listen, as much as I like Brock Lesnar, I was tired of him getting them fucking titles. You know what I'm saying? But in between that, we did get to see Kofi Mania. You know what I'm saying? The person that took Hulkamania away, we got Kofi Mania. It got passed on to him. Big E won the championship. But Brock Lesnar kept coming back, winning the championship, and there you could have gave it to a lot of other people over him. Finn Balor probably, you know what I mean, probably would have cooked with Kevin Owens back and forth if he wouldn't have got hurt. It was, you know what I mean, it was people got hurt over the time being. Seth Rollins had the title for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people that could have gave up the title a little bit sooner, but, you know, Vince was cooking the way he was cooking. It was what it was, but definitely Kevin Owens does deserve to hold the title one more time. That's why I believe the World Heavyweight Championship. That's why I say it's hot potato time. Give me the hot potato. Even Cody, for both of them titles, hot potato time, man. You got enough talent to hot potato these titles and move them around. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, Randy, man, make this the shortest reign I'm hoping Randy wins the title. Make this the shortest reign Gunther got. Gunther got years to go in the wrestling.
Oh,
you don't want to see Randy beat Gunther?
Not yet. You said the shortest reign. I was like, oh, wait, no.
Yeah, the shortest reign, and then Gunther can win it back by the top of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had the shortest game. You can piss him off and make him win the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying?
The shortest reign.
Yeah, the shortest championship reign. Give him the Willow Nightingale treatment. How they did? How many? It's only 2 weeks until the next pay-per-view, right?
Actually, I think for the World Heavyweight title, I think the shortest reign wasn't it Christian with Randall. Somebody gonna put it on the chat.
Hey, if it was, then Randy does it again. But it'll be Gunther's shortest title reign.
Unless if something happened after that I might have missed. But I do think Christian probably does have the shortest.
No. The Miz. No, but we know Bob, well, I guess in the modern era, in today's era, we know that Bob Backlund had that shit for one day. But the Miz had it. Remember when he won it and Bobby Lashley was like, "I need my title shot," and then the Miz was trying to duck him for the whole Raw, and then Bobby Lashley finally caught his ass when they was in the Thunderdome.
I'm trying to look it up. Who had the shortest?
While you do that, let's see. Fletcher says AEW looking like they're building Beast.
No, Drew McIntyre.
Holy shit!
Yeah, wait, actually, that makes sense. That just motherfucking happened.
Yeah, that's how he did.
But hold on. Is this the? Oh no! That's not true. They're only counting the new title. Who the fuck did this? They're talking about this new one. This is not we talking about, baby. We're talking about.
Yeah, it is.
Does this? So people don't consider this to be what has always been the World Heavyweight Championship in WWE?
No, this is a whole new title. They've given it a whole new lineage. This ain't the even though it kind of like is the big gold
really
belt,
interesting.
But they've given it its own lineage. Seth Rollins was the first, and then
that's interesting. Well, if we're talking about just this ugly thing here, then yeah, Seth what's his name? Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania.
You think that title was ugly? That title was fire, man. It looked better than the other one. She said, look, she groaning. Fletcher says AEW looking like they're building Beast Mortos, and I like it. You think he'll be in the
that's the man of my dreams, Beast Mortos. Oh my god!
You want him to wear that mask, don't you? You just bring that mask.
Keep it on, take it off. Have y'all seen Beast Mortos on Instagram? Oh,
no, I haven't checked for Beast Mortos.
Lord have mercy.
I ain't checked for him. Mr. Audis also said Glacier gonna put hands and feet on a neckbeard hopping the guardrail in AEW.
For real.
Henny Goddess sliding through said, "Oh baby, I like it raw." Oh, yeah. Yes. RB says Christian Cage turns the tables and rides on top of Miss Cage for the rest of the match. During the match, Mama Wayne walks in the room and screams, "Daddy, let me referee." Daddy replies, "No problem, Mama Wayne."
You could go, Mama Wayne.
Mr. All Days Off says, Bing, bing, every time I come around your city, bing, bing, pinky ring worth about 50. Oh, man. He is wilding. Fletcher says Danhausen is doing Indies King League. I know he is, but I've missed Danhausen, bro. I'm a Danhausen fan. Listen, I love the carny shit in wrestling. One thing about me, I love the fun shit. I love Gold Dust. I love Dink. I love Doink and Dink. I love fucking
And they
Danhausen.
just released a new Danhausen shirt too.
And Danhausen be having the fly toys. I love
Which is crazy to
Danhausen
me.
comedy.
Like, put him on the show
Yes.
once in a while if y'all gonna put out new shirts. That'd be nice.
I be playing an AEW game, be putting the Danhausen curse on people when he do the point and shit. They be getting cursed and they don't be moving and shit. I love Danhausen, man. Ballet says Nurse Tati wants to divorce Christian and become Miss Omega. She go, listen.
Yes.
The people are speaking to you, RB. He is not. He's like, listen, I'm writing over here.
Yeah, you're too busy writing and not looking at our suggestions.
Fletcher says, who would you book Danhausen in a faction with?
That's hard because
let me see the very evil version of Danhausen with the House of Black.
That's what that was it.
Yeah,
there it is. They only gave us very evil Danhausen one time on the fucking pre-show. Yep. And I was just like, oh, this shit is fucking good. Y'all should do this more often. And that was it.
And then he's
never again.
Overseas, he's been the evil Danhausen too. Like every time I see him, he ain't very nice Danhausen. He's very evil Danhausen. He over there fucking suicide dives. He's out here cooking, man.
Right.
RB says, Mama Wayne screams, you still on punishment, young lady. You gotta earn your right to be on top. Daddy turns Miss Cage around for the rest of the match. Fletcher says, just comes Darby and Brody to mind. I don't want to see him team with Darby, but Brody King, absolutely. Let's see. Mr. All Days Off says, make my monster grow. Fletcher says, search for Hologram's age. Couldn't find, just something that his wrestling debut was in 2010.
That's what I keep looking. I don't see anything about him. But that's what I was saying. If he was 25, then how could he be wrestling for 14 years?
14 years of experience, and he moving slow like he's been wrestling for 14 years. RB says, Mama Wayne screams 1, 2, 3 after 45 minutes to end the match. Fletcher said, like Tati said, Mr. All Days Off said, add Megan to Queens of the Ring one day.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not our choice. That show has a producer, so you know what I'm saying?
Well, Tati's on the show, so Tati will pull some strings and see what we can make happen.
Yes, sir. RB said, Mama Wayne screams, Miss Cage, you got a long way to go before you just get on top, young lady. Also, Tony Khan was in the room watching. Well, Tony Khan was in the room watching old ECW matches during the Cages match. Holy shit. Now that was a raw after raw moment. She ain't gonna be able to get the job. You gonna fuck the job up before she even get it. Holy shit. Oh man. Fletcher says Airman's birthday according to Lucha Wiki is 1998. Holy shit, my stomach. Oh, that shit was funny. RB said, Mama Wayne screamed, Miss Cage, it's past your bedtime. Go to bed, young lady. Don't you dare get up unless the house on fire. So he's 26. What the fuck? Fletcher says hologram debut with 15 years. Nick Wayne kind of guy. Hey man, they give Nick Wayne something to do and let him fight hologram. Ballet says Senator Cody Rhodes turning heel may or may not work. I want to see what it does. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I love heel Cody Rhodes. That was one of my favorite versions. You still laughing thinking about it. The
Shut up.
There just watching.
Shut up. Trying not to think about it.
Holy shit. Oh man, all I gotta think about is a picture. I'd like to see that.
Oh my god.
When people use the wrestling, you know that's fake, right? I just say, well, you watch fight movies, right? You know those are fake also. I definitely do, man. And look, people know not to approach me with that shit. I don't want to hear that word around me when I'm watching my wrestling. Like I said, My dad still be doing that. But now he understands the what's going on when I'm watching. So he kind of gets what I'm doing now. Ballet says Mama Wayne is still yelling at Nurse Tati, Miss Cage / Miss Omega. RB said while Tati in the bed alone, Tati pretends to be asleep. All of a sudden, outside of Tati's bedroom, there's a helicopter outside of her bedroom, and it's none other than Mark Sterling. And Mark Sterling screams, "Tati!" Ballet says they did Bailey wrong with that title run. They absolutely did Bailey wrong with the title run.
Yep.
She deserves to come back. She hasn't even come back to Raw yet. And if Bailey leaves and goes and joins Mercedes, I wouldn't even be mad at her.
Come on over.
She was
over.
She was at the birthday party. You know what I'm saying? She'll see. So they met her. They probably presented her with a check. I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? We ain't spread no rumors. We just saying. You know what I'm saying? If she want to go join, but everything has a plan. You know what I'm saying? She may win it back, but that was Bailey's shortest. But I will say this: Bailey was the champion when she was in Damage Control, right? If I'm not mistaken. I believe she was champion when she was in Damage Control. I'm looking.
Somebody will confirm that on the chat. Or not.
Yeah, I know that they had the tag team champion.
Hold on, y'all. We get into the comments just a little slower.
Yes. Fletcher says, "Queen Tati, I got your back."
Thank you, Fletcher.
Mark Sterling screams, "Tati, get on!" Nurse Tati jumps on the helicopter and get away from the Cage household and go to Mark Sterling's house. Mark Sterling calls Christian Cage. Ballet says, "Mr. Shake the ropes." Yeah, it's about to be weird. That motherfucker was tired by the time he got to the ring and did his shit. The Rock wins the Royal Rumble, sadly, or either if he does win the Royal Rumble, there's still, like I said, there's still the Elimination Chamber for the other title.
That too, yeah.
RB says Mark Sterling calls Christian Cage and screams, "Christian Cage, it's over." Tati steps in and gets on the phone and screams, "It's over, Christian. I'm divorcing you. We're done. We're done. Then Fletcher says, "Yeah, Tati, Money in the Bank back on WrestleMania." RB says Christian Cage responds, "You're not leaving me." He might wear that turtleneck and referee it. Christian Cage screams again, "Tati, you're not leaving me." See, Tati like that. She loved that. You like that. Yeah. I know you was feeling that turtleneck when you was there this weekend when he came out.
Yes, I was just like, all right. You showing Seth Rollins how you get it done. This is how you wear a referee uniform. There we go.
Fletcher says Roman's return isn't overshadowing Cody. Cody is just mid. Oh man,
capital letters.
Dogging my boy out like that. He said Ballet said the decent match with the dumber ending. Oh shit, the dumbass ending. It was a good match. And then which match you talking about? You talking about Bailey's?
Or are we talking about the whole thing of SummerSlam? Is that what we're talking about?
SummerSlam was mid. It was less than mid. It was low. It was bottom shelf. RB says, grabs the phone. It is. She says it screams, "Tati, we gonna find you. You coming back home where you belong." Camille grabs the phone and screams, "If you think you had it bad, wait before till we find you, Miss Cage. We will find you." Fletcher said this always. Cody wasn't the right choice to end that historical reign. He should have dethroned Gunther instead of Sammy due to his IC title history, and beating Gunther would build him more.
Oh,
that's Rocky IV, though. You know what I'm saying? Like how I look at Cody's booking, it's like Rocky. First, you fought Roman Reigns twice. You know what I'm saying? That's Rocky 1 and 2. Then you fight somebody else for Rocky 3, which is going to be Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Unless they find somebody black, or you fight, you know what I'm saying? Somebody come and take the title real quick. You know, Rocky 3, he fought Mr. T, and Mr. T T beat his ass. And so Rocky 4 is when he fought the over, what's the name, from overseas and shit like that. And Gunther is like Rocky 4 to me. Like that's how I look at the building. And Rocky 2, he fought him in Philly. Like it's just. The storytelling looks like Rocky to me. Let's see. Fletcher says, said this always, Cody wasn't the, we already read that one. Fletcher said, let's not even talk about how they fumbled main event Jay Uso.
Oh, no.
We're not doing that tonight. He said, was Jay on the show tonight? And absolutely not.
No.
RB said Christian Cage calls the police and reports kidnapping and screams police. Mark
Oh,
is missing
now we're
her. Her
reporting
name is
kidnapping.
Tati Cage. Find her, find her. Timo DeVille is here. He says hola here from the Millie channel. New sub here.
Oh, hello. Thanks for subbing.
Fletcher says Levesque can't book. He's injuring a lot of people because he don't know how to book them. Rush returns. Well, we can't. We going let's not talk about rush returns and injuries. We're not doing that, Fletcher. Don't do it. We got a big ass list, so we won't go injury for injury. We got a big ass list. I'll go with you on that. We can go back and forth. Where the fuck is Edge at right now? Because they let this old ass nigga jump from the top of the cage.
Adam Copeland.
Fletcher says, Ballet says, yes, the shortest reign. Gunther had that other title for 5 million days. He should do the same with this title. Mr. All Days Off said KO main evented 2 WrestleManias though. It makes up for some of the lack of title reigns. He did, and he got to fight Stone Cold. That's a title in itself. It ain't that many people that can pull Stone Cold Steve Austin out of retirement and have a good match with that old man. You know what I'm saying? That was a hell of a match.
You got a point there. You got a point.
And he don't do that for everybody. So you know what I'm saying? He gave KO. He respected his mind. They had a great match. It was dope. It was better than what we saw with The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 2. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him that. Ballet says should not read Gunther. Timo says, man, I started watching wrestling when there was an AWA.
Oh.
Hey man, listen, whenever you get on the wrestling train, just don't jump off. People that jump off, they be missing shit, then they want to come back and get mad at it. When the world has changed on them, you know what I'm saying? Miss Aldis also said the world title looks strange. The silver in the middle is shit. Fletcher said you had one PLE where they literally shitted on the main titles. Balor should want the title. Roman just helped Cody, the guy that dethroned him because Solo is bigger than the WWE title. What the fuck is this? Timo says when it was in the Bay Area, that is. Fletcher says, but people riot on TK's booking. We shit on everybody's booking. Henny God says, Ballet says hello to Henny God. Fletcher says, I just wish No Chill was here right now. He is. He probably watching from the rafters. Timo says, I was watching when the boring Bob Backlund was champion. We talked about. We just talked about that. We talked about that. What was that? 2 weeks ago, I believe, about Bob Backlund and that quick title reign that he had when he beat Bret Hart for that, right? With the chicken wing. Who did he beat? I think he beat Bret Hart with the chicken wing for the title. And then the next night he lost that shit against Diesel. That was funny. I just remember turning on Raw and then Diesel come out with the champion. Just like, what the fuck? How the hell did he come out with the title that quick? RB says Mark Sterling gets on the phone with TK and tells TK, listen, TK, Tati is leaving him. TK responds, I'm calling my friend who's the judge and we'll get you divorced right now. TK screams, don't worry, Tati, I'm gonna get you divorced.
Thank you. Thank you.
She is crying. David Valentine is here. He says, there's only one World Heavyweight Championship in wrestling. It's the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, there you go.
Fletcher says Willow versus Sky Blue and Deanna versus Thunder were the best women's matches I've seen in 2024, but people say AEW is where they book women worse. Those were good matches, but I'm going to give a special shout out to Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. That match was absolutely fucking fantastic. The cage match they had and the bump that they took from the top. What else can I think about from this year? Well, no, Rhea's match was all right at WrestleMania this year. Even though she got hurt during the match, she popped her arm back in the socket. That added a little extra to it. At SummerSlam. But who did she fight at? Oh no, her match with Becky Lynch at they fought at WrestleMania 42 too, right? No, but I was talking about SummerSlam too, like her SummerSlam match.
Oh, with Liv?
Yeah, that shit.
I mean,
was all right.
It was okay, but I think this shoulder injury helped Liv looked good.
You said that was her Cody Rhodes pec moment.
What?
When Cody tore his pec.
Well, no, but I felt like that definitely helped Liv look better than I think that she would have if there were no injury for Rhea to sell. So
yeah. Timo says, "Can you see my comment, folks? I'm having technical difficulties over here." We absolutely
Yes,
can,
we see
Timo.
your comments.
Fletcher, unless you had one and it missed it. Sometimes YouTube will boot out the comment,
Oh, which is
and
so annoying.
I haven't delegated somebody to be my chat general yet to make sure that we watch the chat. I will be doing that soon. I'm gonna have to find somebody to do it for me. Fletcher
Mm-hmm.
says Swerve's reign has been solid as fuck. Swerve looks way more of a star now than he used to look. Swerve's reign over Cody's reign for sure. I don't know about
Imagine
all
if
that.
Swerve would have
They not
won
see now.
at
Listen,
All In.
he's having great matches, but they're not booking him like they would book a Cody. That's the thing. They're not giving him that marquee match at the end of the night. That's the one thing Swerve is missing from his fucking title reigns. Now he's cooking in his matches though. I can't deny it. Even the Ishii match was good. Like he's fucking. We know Swerve is phenomenal. He's having great matches. I just don't agree with the way that how they're booking him towards the end. But you can't really do much about it at the end of the day. As long as he cooks, he cooks. He said any Okada stuff about not defending. Logan can't be the only one. And just kidding. Hey, listen, man,
Oh.
I didn't like Logan's booking either. Shit, I thought he should have lost that title a long time ago.
Well,
So, hey, man, that's 1 for 1. I didn't like that shit. I thought that them two.
well, I think the thing is that Okada seemed like, well, let me not say seemed. He was a motherfucking big deal before coming to AEW. I'm not saying he isn't. What I'm saying is like the things that we've seen from Okada prior to coming to AEW is fucking legendary. So I think people thought that it was going to stay that way, kind of like how we see how they book Osprey. I think people was expecting to see Okada on that same journey or something similar in terms of we seeing him somewhat often, not as often as Osprey now. But that hasn't been the case. I feel like we've hardly seen him in comparison to how long he's been in the company. That's my only complaint. I'm just like, I wish we saw him more, you know? And it seemed like we were gonna get him with Hangman, and all of a sudden we hearing about this dynamite that they're doing in Wales with him and Claudio Castagnoli. Now I do want to see that match, but I was really surprised because when you see something like that, you're like, oh, okay, so Okada's not going to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you think that like has Okada's fought Swerve already, right? Or no?
No.
So that's
since
one
Okada's
that's like
been there. He only went against Pac. He obviously went against Eddie to win the title. He was part of the shenanigans with the blood and guts, and then the anarchy in the arena, and I think that's it.
So he hasn't fought Takeshita yet in AEW yet.
No.
Okay, so that's another match we need to have. He's fought Kenny already, right? No.
I mean, well, he's fought Kenny, but
in New Japan.
Well, yeah, but not part of like AEW. Since he's been here, he probably had like 5 matches.
We know he broke Danielson in half, so
that was last year.
Yeah. RB says TK calls Christian Cage and screams Christian Cage, if you want your wife back, show up to court in 1 hour. Christian Cage screams, don't worry, TK, I'll be there. And Tati coming home. Me. David Valentine says Tati keep an eye on Leo. He incorporates his alter ego, BCC News, in a live chat. Holy shit. I don't know how the fuck I'm doing that, and I'm controlling the goddamn screen. But you exposing yourself every time you come on, you know what I'm saying? And we know that now that you know what BBC News is.
It could be King Leo.
It could be, but you know what I'm saying? It could be, but it's not. Timo says, I guess no one sees my comment though.
Yeah, we see your comment. Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute to get to the comments since we're reading literally everything.
Yeah, we are very slow. We know what I mean? We go through every comment, Timo. So just give us some time. Like I say, I'm going through the comments now. Some of these comments are old. Fletcher says Leo Gunther ain't losing in Germany. We don't know that.
I don't see it happening.
Some people lose at home. People said that about Logan Paul, and he lost that shit in Cleveland. He left Cleveland without a title. RB said that Ballet said RB added voyeurism to the story. Tony Khan likes to watch. Holy shit. Fletcher says shortest title reign is Drew's. Absolutely. Ballet says Eos and the Kabuki Warriors. I'm not sure about Bailey. Fletcher says this ain't the OG World Heavyweight Championship. This is the World Heavyweight Championship created because no one could beat Roman. Harvey said after 1 hour, the trial starts and the judge hears Mama Wayne cry. Your Honor, Mrs. Cage just left our home for no reason. She's being coerced by Mark Sterling and Kenny Omega. I'm still laughing at Valet's comment. I'm sorry. I can see him watch it. I'm sorry. This shit is funny. With a cup of coffee and shit. Holy shit. David Valentine said, I'm so sick of Bailey, Becky, and Charlotte being women champ. The S for time for Sonya Deville and Lola Vice to be champions. That's interesting. I would like to see Sonya Deville win a title, or you know what I mean. But this is when I say they should have women's mid card titles as well. If you're gonna break the tag team championships up, or if you're not gonna have them, or if you're gonna bust them back down to NXT. I would love to see it. I want to see her build up, like you know what I mean, or win the Queen of the Ring, win the Women's Royal Rumble, the Women's Elimination Chamber, or something. They got to have some kind of stipulation. Win the Money in the Bank. Sonya got a ways to go to build that back up. And where the hell is Raquel? Is she still sick or not? That's one person that's missing from the main roster that I thought would have had the championship run too. That would have been unstoppable and been able to stop Rhea by now. But she's been gone. I know that she had the skin disorder, but man, I'm waiting for her to come back. Poor Raquel, get well soon. Daisu said, I heard some real big fans of WWE who love SummerSlam. They said they could see how people can hate it though, who made SummerSlam mid. The predictability made it mid. That's what it was. It was the predictability. Like, I think we knew all of those matches. I think our bingo card damn near had everything scratched off Jamar. Like, it was damn near the whole bingo card was scratched off, like, of everything that Mr. All Days Off put on it. So that's what it was. And it was just like, it just seemed kind of like lackluster. It was like sluggish a little bit. And it was 8 fucking hours. So I know kind of see why people were tired as well. And, you know what I mean? It was just that. But, you know, I do know people that did, you know what I mean? It was a lot of people defending it, saying that it was great. So, I mean, like I said, it just depends on the level of fan and what you expect out of wrestling. Once you watch everything, I think if you're watching as much wrestling as we do and cover as much wrestling as we cover, then I guess your, you know what I mean, what we are looking at kind of changes our perspective on what we enjoy. So maybe if I wasn't watching wrestling every week and I'm watching NXT and I see what I like, NXT is definitely my favorite brand right now, and Ring of Honor. I say that all of the time when I get on here, that I love Ring of Honor and I love NXT just because I get to see something totally different outside of wrestling. The fucking Outrunners are like one of my favorite things to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like them and their new manager and shit. So it's kind of like I'm just looking for something different. I think all of us look for different things in wrestling. There's, you know what I mean, people, I love technical wrestling. I'm gonna love anything that Danielson is doing in the ring with Takeshita and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Ballet says
I don't think they
Drago.
did anything that felt special. Like, you know, it being one of their bigger pay-per-views, it felt like you could have predicted the whole thing in your sleep. And I was just looking for something that would have made this pay-per-view just stand out. And to me, nothing. Nothing at all. It just felt like something that could have happened at another pay-per-view under another name. And I just felt like, you know, when you have like those bigger pay-per-views, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, like those pay-per-views are supposed to feel different from the other ones. And I just felt like nothing out of the box happened. Exactly what you thought would have happened would happen. And to be honest, predictability can really kill the mood. You know what I mean? And make something like a SummerSlam pretty mid. I don't care what anybody says. I really do feel like you know, Roman Reigns is back way too soon. They're moving this thing so quickly without truly building Solo to be a big fucking deal before you have Roman Reigns show up. And I'm just like, damn, this is a young talent. This is a young guy who has an opportunity to be a tribal chief, if you will. And I felt like they moved past this so quick to give you a SummerSlam moment with Roman Reigns when I was just like, damn, this feels really, really soon when you think of what they're doing with Solo. And I personally don't like it. I would have taken my time with bringing Roman Reigns back. It would have still cooked. You would have still gotten the same reaction, probably even louder because they miss him even more. But I just feel like we have not done anything with Solo in terms of when you see Roman and Solo together, that Solo can hold some weight in front of Roman, who has been champion for so long, who has been at the top of the company for so long. It's only been a couple of months. If you really look at it, it has not been that long. So in my opinion, I think it was way too soon. And everybody knew that was going to happen. So nothing really felt special about it to me.
I can agree with you on that. I think that it definitely, like I say, I said it felt rushed too. His return was rushed. We didn't need it. I definitely would have loved to see Solo win the title from Cody. Just out of like that's a game changer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different. Like have everybody pissed off in
That
the
would have been
audience.
crazy. I didn't
That
see him winning it, to be honest, but at least that would have been something that I think most people wouldn't have thought would have happened. But I don't think the company would have given a moment like that to Solo unless if they had some really big plans on making him a big deal, so that when this showdown between Solo and Roman happens, that it would feel like two really big wrestlers going at it with each other. Right now it just kind of feels like big brother, little brother type of situation. And it's like it don't really seem like they match up even at this point, you
mm-hmm.
know? Too
Yeah,
soon for me.
that's what I was hoping it would have been. Like he would have took it, even if Cody would have won it back the next like pay-per-view with Bash in Berlin, like he would have, or whatever is the fuck, whatever's after Bash or Bad Blood. You know what I'm saying? Like if they would have did that, like he could have kept it for a month and then hot potato it back to Cody. I wouldn't have been mad at that. I just wanted to see something. I was looking for that. Like that's what's missing from like when I was a kid and shit like that used to happen and be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like I used to get mad at like when Bob Backlund beat fucking when he won the title, it was like, what the heck? I know Bret Hart didn't just lose his, I'm pretty sure it was Bret Hart. I want to look it up just to be sure.
Oh, and man, this tribal rules thing. I'm done.
I'm done with it.
I'm done. Done. Let's move on.
See. Let's see. Next comment. Daisu said, "Did you watch Ballet?" RB says, "Mama Wayne continues. Tati was kidnapped by the evil Mark Sterling, and the evil Kenny Omega. I'm scared of them. I'm scared. Mercedes Monet cries to me, Your Honor. I'm scared. I'm scared." Fletcher says, "Not Lola shaking her cake to get attention. Vice."
Oh.
Hey, listen, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch her. Go watch her her UFC shit and watch her do the same thing to beat people's asses. And them hands actually work. So you know what I'm saying? Unless you're ready to fight her, like, because man's really be working. Daisu says, "Fumble Jay Uso." He says, "Miss J don't even need to try." Oh yeah, no, we already know Miss Jada Parker don't need to try. That shit is real. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing we can agree on. If we're gonna agree on, we're gonna agree on Miss Jada Parker.
Right. Everybody agrees on that.
Yeah, Jada Parker is special. She coming out. Ballet says, and I like her finisher. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I know everybody's tired of the hip attack, but her shit is like the spear.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of it.
But hers is different though. Her shit is called the hypnotic. I love that Lord. Shit. That shit is hard, and that shit is like when you get speared. So at least it ain't a spear. It's gonna be that. Ballet said, "I was on the live stream and watched clips. SummerSlam was okay." Slim Bates is here. He says, "David Valentine, what the fuck? LOL, Bailey has only been champ twice." Fletcher says, "Bailey," and he is smirking. Henny guy said, "Everybody over here." Hey man, it's cooking over here, man. It's you know what I mean? We are on both channels, on both over, everybody cooking on both sides. It's because I started the show here. So some people have transferred over, some have not. Daisu says, "How does booking cause injury? Do Booker's agent matches? They do approve spots." RB says, "Camille cries, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my God, please help us, Your Honor. Please help us." The judge asked TK, "Does Mark Sterling and Kenny Omega seem dangerous?" Ballet says, "Steve Austin, the old man." Hey man, listen, and they talking about booking him for 41 too. So
he's a cat dad. So
is he?
Yes. Didn't you see him and his cats getting shenanigans on social media?
No, I've been seeing people it's like kitten season, man. I've been seeing a lot of people on social media with these little baby kittens and shit. I'm like, damn, I kind of want a cat, but I'm allergic to them.
Oh, speaking of kitty cats, Matt Taven, I left you a message.
Matt Taven, if you're watching, Listen, you should have sent him a message with the stream link. Let him watch it so he can see you online. You know what I'm saying? David Valentine says, Fletcher WWE fanatic, Vice got hands. Don't hate the Cuban bombshell. Daisu says, I saw an AWA wrestling belt outside my supermarket for $60. You should have got it.
What?
How large was the title? Fletcher says,
what? $60.
Yes.
What's the address?
Fletcher says, let's shake more wrestle. This ain't Vince's Divas era.
Oh my God.
Oh, you going in on Lola Vice now? Look, you gonna pick on all
Bro,
of them. Fletcher be picking them apart.
The whole chat gonna come at you, Fletcher. I can't defend you on that one.
Ballet said, cheers to you, Henny God. Slim Bass says some of these comments are trolling. Fletcher laughing.
Fletcher laughing.
He know he is too, but that's why we love Fletcher. He gonna do it. He gonna grind your gears. TK RB says TK is shaking, and Fear says yes. Mark Sterling and Kenny Omega, very dangerous individuals. I don't think Tati is safe with Mark Sterling or Kenny Omega, especially Kenny.
Oh no.
David Valentine says Slim Bates. Bailey had the belt more than 2 times. Fletcher says King Leo Io Sky was a champion, not Bailey. Okay, I stand corrected. That's why I was asking.
Hold on now. What are we talking about? Y'all talking about that she only won twice, or she won it more than twice?
Bailey. You talking about Bailey? She's won it more than twice.
Y'all talking about a SmackDown title?
Shit, she was Hugger Bailey and won the title, right? That wasn't the only time she held the title, I don't think. I thought she held it when she was heel originally, but I could be wrong. Let's see how many times Bailey has held the title. Because I was looking for this.
Raw Women's Championship twice, SmackDown twice, NXT once. Okay. Well, overall, 5 within WWE. Interesting.
Yeah. Bob Backlund wins the WWF Championship at 1994 Survivor Series. Yeah, that's when he won it in a submission match. So he put the Hitman in a submission in the chicken wing. Oh, and he got said, Leo, you was right. That AEW game got stale fast. I'm still playing for trophies though. Hey man, listen, just play for fun, bro. Hopefully, they updated. I'm waiting. I'm hoping Tony Khan don't not like, you know what I mean? Maybe he takes the developer and finds another developer to come and finish developing the game, because they can do that. I've seen the developers change hands, but the industry is going through a shift right now where they're laying off people too. So we'll see what happens. Video games are about to slow up, and I think that a lot of the voice actors are on strike. So we're gonna see what happens. I've been looking for something to play for days, and I can't find shit. I got $50 in.
Leo, you got like a million games at home. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you got stuff to play.
I do, but it's just I'm looking for something special to play. Like there's a thing, like it's just with gaming, like, you know, I play and then that's why I revert back to WWE 2K. Like usually I don't. I would have been done with the game by now, and I probably would have been playing something else. But I am looking for something that I want to finish. Like I play games, but I want to finish something, like, you know what I mean? And I get those times where I crave to finish a game. It's just, I haven't found that thing yet. And really the game that I really want to play is Vampires the Masquerade. And they haven't dropped it yet. They keep pushing it back. Ballet says, hello, David. RB says, TK continues. Tati should be back home with her husband, Christian Cage, Your Honor. The judge hears Mama Wayne's, Mercedes Monet, Camille, and TK sentenced Nurse Tati back home to Christian Cage. And he is laughing. You are a menace. You are a menace, writer. Ballet says Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte is actually looking really, really amazing right now. They showed new pictures of her, and she is out of the leg brace and ready to come back.
Well, it's over.
Yep. So if y'all thinking that somebody's finna hold that title, hold Charlotte's beer. Daisu said the booking for women's storyline and time-wise is poor in the big two. They say Ring of Honor has Athena dominating, and NXT has a lot of matches. Fletcher says no one. Christian Cage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Spear 10. That shit was fucking absolutely great. Like that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I'm talking about when we want to see a surprise. Book some shit like that for a pay-per-view. I want to see some shit like that to make the fans just tear the arena. Sorry about that. My mic went out for a second and started connected to my phone for a minute. But that's the kind of shit I want to see. I love to see shit like that.
Well, that explains as to why that was in the main event.
True.
Instead of
and I know you liked it.
Yeah, I did. I was like, this one I'm telling you, man, my like for real, y'all see me on here talking or whatever, but my throat hurt from all the screaming I have to do for all these heels and everybody else is booing, and I'm trying to be louder. I'm tired, and I've been drinking tea like every day.
Man, listen, only tea I've been drinking is this liquid death tea. I'm about to stop drinking this shit though. Ballet said Rhea and Charlotte was decent. Oh, you talking about at WrestleMania 40? That shit was crazy in the building though. Mm. They went nutty in that building, man. That was fucking absolutely like the screams at everybody, man. That was some great fucking. That was a great match in the building. You know, like Tati says, like just being there, it's a whole different vibe when you're there watching it versus when you're at home watching it.
Yeah.
Dyson says ROH still doesn't have enough stories and is letting one woman dominate in NXT. A common portrayal of a woman that is that they are bickering and catty. I kind of don't like that in the backstage area, even though some of that shit is funny. But they did join up and team up with each other and powerbomb Adonis through the table on NXT this week. So that shit was funny. Henny Guy says, "Hey Ballet." Fletcher says, he says, focus on Lola Vice MMA and wrestling, not her beauty and Latino heat. And Ballet says, hey, Henny God. RB says, Christian K screams, yes, yes, yes. Brian Danielson screams, bullshit, 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 bullshit. Tati cries under her breath, no, 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 no. The judge gives Mark Sterling probation and gives Kenny Omega 20 years. Damn.
What? What's happening here?
Any guy said women wrestling in a better place than the Divas era. I'll give them that. Dyson says, what people thought anything about Okada before he came to AEW. There's a segment of fans who know him, but isn't he known as someone who does 60-minute matches?
Well, interesting you would say that. I mean, oh God, it's like it's really, I don't want to say difficult to compare like New Japan and AEW, but I just think like he's been looked at. Well, most of his career has been over there, and you know, in terms of some of the best wrestlers in the world, Okada is definitely on that list. And I think people thought that same energy that, you know, they had in terms of booking him in New Japan would have transferred over in AEW, and it just hasn't been the case. Now, I'm glad he's over there. It's just like every time we see him, he's with the Young Bucks. And this is another thing too. He's with the Young Bucks. And I know I don't care for them. But he's in a group where just about everybody in that group are not putting titles on the line. Could you imagine just being in a whole group of people where it's just like, but none of y'all have the titles on the line at all, you know? And it's just like
the EVP line. At least they put their titles on the line, but the EVP line.
Look, the Elite actually have the tag titles finally going to be on the line on Wednesday against the Acclaimed, which I thought was weird because I thought they were looking to. Okay, the Acclaimed did win a title shot, but I thought that this was going to be like at All In or something like that. But whatever, you know, I don't run the company, so it's none of my business. But finally, they're putting the titles on the line. And Jackson Perry, he hasn't had the title as long as everyone else in the group. But, you know, I was just like, man, this is a young kid. He's a heel. And this should be the run of his fucking career right now. And he's not on TV often, at least not to me. I don't think he's on as often as he should. Like with these younger wrestlers, I feel like they need to be focusing on them in terms of building them up. This is why I felt how I feel about Solo. I'm not saying that he should have beat Cody Rhodes or anything, but like when you bring Roman back, like how does that do any service in terms of what y'all been building him up for? That y'all kind of wrapping this up to bring Roman out so early, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like these younger wrestlers, they definitely, the company needs to prioritize them a little bit more. You know, they're the future of the company. When these, older wrestlers can't do it anymore, except for Chris Jericho, he'll be around for fucking ever. These guys, y'all need to be prioritizing them. And Okada, what is he like? 30, lower 30s, I want to say. Look at me just guessing. Don't listen to me. I don't know. But I think a lot of people just disappointed thinking that we're gonna get New Japan Okada, and really all we've been seeing and hearing from Okada is him calling everybody a bitch. Am I lying?
That's it.
Am I lying? When he had a little run in with Hangman, y'all know how everybody was hyped, and then nothing came out of it. Nothing.
Man, I don't know. I want to see Okada. I wanted to see the Rainmaker when he first came, and he had his few matches. His entrance is crazy. I'm ready to see where it goes with him and Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? As far as their whatever, because obviously that's going to start turning into a story soon. It seems like it. He already had her doing a dance. We'll see what happens with that. And he got money, and she loves, and her name is Mercedes Moné. So let's see what happens, man. Maybe the Rainmaker's
Mercedes
gonna
always
make it rain.
bring up the Elite. She always bring them up in her promos. I don't know if you haven't paid attention, but apparently they got some agreement back there. So we'll see where that goes.
Daisu said, what people thought anything about Okada before he came to oh, wait a minute, we read that one. He says, how many people can be premiere at any given time?
What do you mean?
Well, it depends on the titles. How many titles they got? Shit, they be busting people down at NXT to go win the title. Shit, just so they can be happy. They got the fucking Temu title on speed. They got
you know.
Listen, I mean, they got that's a holdover title for people to go over and use. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't carry it on TV. That's the only thing that pisses me off.
That's the craziest part. Like, why you want to win a title and not even hold on your shoulder? Like, I mean,
I wouldn't even want to carry. You know how they have to carry titles with them in their luggage? I would not want to carry that title with me if I can't carry it on TV.
That's wild.
Carmelo Hayes is gonna go and win that title next. I think Andrade still has it unless somebody's won it. You don't want to see Carmelo with it?
I don't mind him winning. I'm just saying, like, the fact that you can't even walk anywhere with this title on, like, come on, everybody should. I mean, when we were kids, we was making paper titles and shit to put on our fucking shoulders. But now imagine you got one, and they said, "Hey, you can't wear this."
Yeah,
you can't wear this.
That's kind of on some other shit. Slim Bay says, David Valentine, my mistake. Bailey has only been champ 3 times, and somehow you try to stamp her as champ. That's nowhere near Becky and Charlotte.
Well, Charlotte.
Yeah, we know Charlotte is.
Is that even up for discussion?
Yeah, she about to break Ric Flair's record. Ric Flair is. I don't even know where he at. He's somewhere with cans of his drink sitting on top of them motherfuckers right now. Ballet said Okada got the duffel size bag from Tony Khan, and he is hiding out backstage. Daisu says, RB, do you have any socials? RB says national security and Tati back to Christian Cage. Christian Cage screams, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I told you I'd bring you back home. He then whispers, you ain't going nowhere. RB says, no, Daisu, I don't have social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. X ain't my thing. How about you? Fletcher says, King Leo, you just made my point. You had to pick SummerSlam and WrestleMania women's match to match it up against Rampage and Collision's women matches.
Oh,
I mean, it's just matches. I don't give a fuck. They put fucking pay y'all. AEW says they put pay-per-view matches on TV. So yeah, it counts. Now what? And so if we gonna do that. So what you saying? Right? Am I right? Ain't that what they say? Y'all present pay-per-view matches on Wednesdays and every week. So I'm using it. That's it. He said Rampage and Collision versus SummerSlam and WrestleMania. It don't matter. I can use that against fucking NXT or Raws or SmackDowns. They have good matches on all of these shows. But since y'all always, as AEW fans, say we put pay-per-view matches on TV, I'm going to use them as a part of my argument. Sorry. David Valentine says, Slim Bates, you You got to understand, Bailey had her day in the sun. Tiffy Time, Roxanne Perez, Vice, T Paxley, Kalani Jordan. They let younger ladies get their shine on. They will. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is why I like them down in NXT as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that whole thing being a whole different area. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole different thing. I'm glad I don't like sometimes like Oba Femi showing up on Raw tonight. I don't even know what the fuck that was about. Unless Otis is finna go down to what's the name? I didn't like that tonight. See now I didn't like to see I didn't like to see Oba Femi. If they were just looking for a reaction, don't bring Oba Femi up to fucking Raw tonight just so you can show him off unless you got a reason to. If he was just there and in the building and he was chilling, then just show him sitting ringside without his title. You had him standing there like you wanted him to do something. Then you had Otis showing him his ass, and you know what I'm saying, like, and tell him kiss his ass. But it's like, what was the purpose of that? Unless Otis is going to accept the open challenge tomorrow. And do we really think Otis is going to win the North American Championship from fucking Obafemi? Fuck no. It was a waste. It was a waste of time. That's a part of Raw. That's a waste of fucking time to me. And I'm just like, don't do that. Keep him away. There's still smoke with Tony D'Angelo walking away from him last week. Address that shit tomorrow on there for the open challenge. From last week when you was on the show and he had the title and he walked away and took the camera away while he was cutting his promo. That's where the show need to be at. Not this, I'm bringing him up just to show him off as a new toy and like, this is what y'all going to get in the future.
That's interesting. That's interesting you saying that, but okay.
Why you say that?
I figured that's the figure. That's what y'all would want, right?
Nah, like if he gonna come up, man, do that shit during the draft or whatever the fuck you gonna do. And I don't want to. Obafemi is the next.
I mean, it was unexpected.
It was, but he's the next big thing. You ain't got to show off. That's the same shit I get mad at Tony Khan for like when he promotes stuff too early. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't promote it yet. You giving away the sauce. There's people on that don't know who Obafemi is yet. You know what I'm saying? It was like how
there was. Now people are gonna just be like, well, who's that? And now you're gonna go find out.
When they brung Odyssey Jones up and said, who's that? He made an impact.
I mean, how long? This guy.
It was 2 years.
He's gone forever.
It was 2 years.
So I can understand why a lot of people were just like, well, who the hell is that? You know what I mean? But Obafemi, you know, if you're not watching NXT, then you're not sure what's going on. That right there kind of promotes to go find out who that is, you know. But there might be a bigger picture in this whole thing. We'll see. Maybe we'll see him again.
We didn't even get to see Ilya Dragunov tonight, man. Like that's what I'm saying. That's a lot of people. I want to look, man. I was waiting for the bowling shoes to pop up tonight and for him to come out, do his shit, and let's see who he gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's new people there. Fletcher says Okada's booking is suffering due to Omega's injury. Glad they didn't do that with MJF with Cole's injury. By the way, Cole's returns at All In. That's to be seen. We'll see. Like I say, I don't know if Cole is in. We'll see if he returns.
I ain't interested. Y'all do what y'all want with him.
As much as I love Adam Cole, baby, I don't want to see him nowhere near that MJF match. I don't want to see him nowhere near the Undisputed Kingdom. Don't. I don't want to see him nowhere near the Undisputed Kingdom. Just bring him in, let him start over. Maybe him and Kyle O'Reilly, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Or if, you know, that's it. I can see him and Kyle O'Reilly start, bring in Bobby Fish, and then they can feud with Undisputed Kingdom maybe, but I do not want to see. And I think Bobby Fish is on fucking TNA, so I doubt that's gonna happen.
Well, we doubt about Bobby.
Oh no, he's on MLW. He's on MLW. That's right.
I just saw him knock somebody out. I don't see it happening, but I don't know what we're gonna do with Adam Cole. To be completely honest with you, I saw something the other day. People talking about Adam Cole should just leave AEW, come back to WWE, and I'm just like, I don't know what they would do with him either. This back-to-back big injuries, and then I felt like how things left off with MJF that last time. What was it, the pay-per-view or something like that? Mm-hmm. Him being the one in the Devil's Mask, that whole thing was a flop. Real talk, it was a flop, and it just did not work out for Adam Cole, you know. And I mean, at least we got a undisputed like reunion of some sorts, but other than that, like Adam Cole, I don't know what we would do to fix that situation at all.
Nothing without the undisputed era. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. That's what made Adam Cole special, was the fact that he had the undisputed era. Then he had the undisputed kingdom, which they, you know what I mean, he
But
broke his
that's what I
word.
wanted, though. That's what I wanted. When the whole thing happened, I was just like, okay, whoever's gonna have this mass or whatever all this is gonna be, it's gonna be like an undisputed era type stuff. That's what I wanted. We kind of did get that, yes. For whatever reason, Wardlow was thrown into the mix. And now we don't see him anymore. Unfortunately, he's so cute. But anyway, since then, the thing that ruined it really is the injury. Him being injured and not really being able to do anything. If he was not injured and he could have really played into that role, things could have probably worked out. Could have.
Yeah, it's that whole situation was sad with him breaking his leg like that. You know what I'm saying?
It was.
And then we got another injury the same way, like between him and it's just. I don't wish that shit on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, like it takes away from it. And I really wanted to see that story go somewhere. I know that MJF was going to be taking his time off. By the time he would have got back, it would have been great to see him actually have to go through each member. One thing I can say though about it is, if I'm gonna say anything, like that's fire, is Roderick Strong can hold together a fucking group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look what he did when everybody left and he was the last one in NXT. He had the Creeds and Ivy Nile in NXT. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Diamond Mine. Like now they're with Chad Gable as a mainstay, right? Look what she did tonight. That shit was fire. That was one of my favorite parts of the night when Ivy Nile turned and she took
I think what she said. She said, "I thought you would say that." Like the way she said it, I was just like, "Oh, somebody getting the ass whooped tonight." I'm here for it.
She put her in a dragon sleeper and shit on top of the table. That was fucked up.
Like a good old fashioned ass whooping.
They did Maxine dirty that night. Well, at least Chad Gables, he said he wanted her back. It wasn't happening. And then the Creeds, American Made, man. I like that. I like that stable. They are a technical wrestling stable. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know we're going to get real wrestling out of them.
Yes.
Whenever,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, hey, listen, they was with Roddy before, so they know how to band together as a team. So, as I say, they went from being the Diamond Mine to American Made. I would have brought Diamond Mine back, honestly, but you know what I mean? Daisu said that's possible. Watch so much wrestling. I don't begrudge any other promotion. I just don't need anything compared to AEW too. I feel pretty casual as I feel AEW media is already so much. I hate that it goes back and forth like that. Even when we do argue like this, sometimes it's all a lot of fun and shit. But honestly, like, to keep it 1,000% real, like, that shit gets annoying. Like, and especially then people start getting into people's personal business and shit. Like, I don't like none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all. Look, man, we want both companies to survive. Like, that's just it, period. Without one,
oh yes.
Without one, I don't want to go back to the dark ages where one company is just fucking dominant and then that's it. And then we're sitting there how Tati talks about how TNA, like this NXT thing, I like it, but I don't want them to buy TNA, so to speak. I want them to be able to let that, like, it has to end between the, you know what I mean, the them sending people back and forth, but now that Joe Hendry has the deal that he has, I can only see this happening more. So it's turning into like a thing where it's almost like AEW, how they have deals with different companies and stuff like that, except that WWE is doing deals where they're signing, the two companies come to an agreement. Like, now you're half and half. Now you're, you know what I mean? Or 1/3, you know what I mean? Or one third WWE, 1/3 independent, 1/3. Because Joe Hendry's like, I'm gonna go anywhere and do these indies too. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. He's like the first of many that'll probably end up doing that. And when they re-sign their deals, I'm pretty sure other people want to go places. I could see Becky Lynch probably want to go overseas and do some shit. So let's see. RB says, as the patriarchy leave the court and celebrating day, they get a car. Mercedes Monet. Anger says, Miss Cage, I missed my manicure because you. I can't wait until to get home to further. Fletcher says, Okada literally wrestled Swerve before Blood and Guts main event at Dynamite. This is what I was asking. Did Okada fight Swerve?
The week before that?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I forget that? That's interesting.
We both forgot it. He said, "Come on, Tati." Oh, look, he getting on you. Hey, man,
No.
we watch so much. Look, Fletcher, how much wrestling do we watch? We watching. You know how many shows we watch a week, and then get on here and do reviews, and we be forgetting, bro.
Bruh,
Like
especially after all the wrestling that I've been watching, like,
she been at live shows. Like
oh
I
shit.
hell no, this shit is bleeding together. Dyson says, go ahead, Tati, what you saying?
I was gonna say, like, you should see my phone. It's nothing but fucking pictures and videos of wrestlers. And by the way, I have a lot of pictures of like wrestlers' butts and their abs and shit. Cause like, oh crap.
You gonna
Oh
put together
god.
you gonna put together like a super cut with just so you can watch it and
I mean, you guys probably don't care. Maybe ballet dancer and some of the ladies might appreciate that, but oh man, just beautiful men. I love it. Love it.
I mean shit, I watch the women and shit, but I've you know what I'm saying, like I want to write a song, but I haven't just out of I don't know why I just out of I haven't gotten there where I'll be like I don't know. It's I guess there's so many guys in the IWC that do that shit on a daily on Twitter that I'm kind of like all right, y'all niggas is nasty, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind women doing it. I think that is dope that women do that, and they like it's more women that are doing it now that are like
Hmm.
because now guys can look at it and be like you know what I mean? Like when Ty was asking last week, like oh shit, you like looking at that? Like yeah, you like yeah, I like that women are doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
like
we do.
women like men that are in shape that are have a good physique. Shit, that's why I work out. Shit, you know
I
what I'm
mean, it
saying? I'm
really
trying to get it.
depends though, because it's like I know a lot of people just would assume that women only like guys that are like super fit or whatever. That's not necessarily the case. Like, I look at Birdie King and I drool over that because like I think he looks fucking awesome. It just depends. But yeah, like just how men are looking at the women, like the women, we're looking at the guys the same way too. I
Listen,
know you just don't hear it often about women drooling over those guys, but damn, you know, they look
y'all
great.
y'all like Bronson Reed too. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all like
No,
all
he's
kind of
alright.
dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Otis, whoever it was that said Otis about me offering my baby oil services to Otis, no, no. Whoever it was that said that
That was
earlier,
me.
no.
It was that I said I think I said with gloves or some shit. He was like no.
Mm-mm.
Daisu says, Tati, what do you think about the idea that the Tonga is being kept off the air even if the injury is real, so that there's no reason to compare or contrast with Roman?
Which one you're talking about?
He's probably talking about Jacob Fatu.
But he is injured though, right?
He has a boot on, but they're saying that maybe that it's a work.
I don't
There's
believe
been
it.
people saying
I
that
don't
it's a
believe
work.
it at all. If y'all go back and look to see how Jacob hit that table, look at his foot. The second I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit!" And then you saw him struggling after that. I don't think it's a work at all. I really
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. He tried to get up and fell immediately, and then start throwing the chairs and shit. Like,
I
and then
really don't.
he told him he
Why
said
would they? Why would they make this a work after winning the tag titles? Like this is not the time.
yeah,
No.
and if he did, Jacob Fatu would absolutely cook Roman on the mic. I'm sorry, he's gonna cook Roman if they have a one on one in the ring. I don't think Roman's gonna need Paul Heyman in the ring to cut that promo for him
Well,
and to set it up so that Roman can knock it down. Uh, he
call him
can't.
up.
Yeah, he can't. He can't. Jacob is a whole different monster when it comes to cutting a promo. Tamatunga, we know he gonna speak in tongues the whole time.
Girl.
Tangaloa. I was wondering what happened to his eye, but maybe Kevin Owen really did scratch his fucking eye out and gave him the pirate patch.
That
Uh
I don't know. That I don't know about that. But Jacob, I really 100% believe he hurt his foot for sure, or his ankle, whatever situation was.
David says, Tati, thank you for acknowledging our tribal chiefs. Solo Sokoa Reigns came
Oh
back way too
yes.
soon. RP
Mm-hmm.
said Camille grabs Nurse Tati by the hair and screams, "Driver, drive us home. You getting it when you get home, girl." Mama Wayne screams, "Miss Cage, if you didn't know better before, you gonna know better now. I promise you that." Daisu says
Oh,
Cody/Solo got 4 stars. Does that vindicate Solo as a main eventer of a big pay-per-view?
first off, from who?
Probably Uncle Dave, Auntie Dave. I mean, I thought Solo looked good in that. I thought Solo looked good in that match. You know what I'm saying? But it's just what it is that Tati ain't gonna give Solo no credit against Cody Rhodes at all. Like she don't be caring about
It
Cody
was
Rhodes matches.
bloodline rules, which means it's Cody versus Solo, and anybody and everybody who wants to get involved will also be in it too. I can't take that seriously. Y'all book Roman Reigns like that for a really long time, and this is the same situation that you're going to continue with Paul Levesque.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? And then people wonder why a lot of people say that SummerSlam was mid. This is your opportunity to take this young man and book him differently. And y'all literally went with what y'all already know what to do, which is what y'all did with Roman. This was an opportunity to do something completely different.
I absolutely agree. It definitely took away from what they were doing, what they were building. Fans wanting, crying for it. But I mean, you know what? Now we got the Roman crybabies coming now. You know what I'm saying? People crying for Roman to come back. They turning it into the Roman crybabies. Don't do it. And they crying for Roman to come back. And you doing it too soon. And now y'all ruining it. And people don't. Some people like it. Some people don't. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's just that's just it. It's just one of those things. Everybody wants something different once you get what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you
Yeah.
get a toy you want, then you want the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how you were telling me earlier. You got a lot of games already, and I'm like, yeah, but I want something different. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
just that. Yeah, I got over 500 games on my digital PlayStation thing, but I want something different. I'm looking for a different experience. Sometimes you get games and it just ain't it. It's not what I'm looking for just yet. It's this. It don't have that magic I'm looking for to finish. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go back and play some old shit, and I'll be happy. Like I'll probably end up going to play Miles Morales or something like that if I don't get what I want. The only other game that I want to play, if I'm speaking on it, is the game that where Shayna Baszler wears all her gear on, Warhammer 40,000 or whatever the case is, or something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
Shayna, that's what her gear is made from. And you know what I'm saying? I plan on playing that when it comes out. Space Marine, that'll be out in a month. So Slim Bay says if Roman didn't come back, fans would complain. LOL, if Solo beat Cody for the titles, fans would
Oh,
definitely complain. I
oh
like
well.
Solo though.
Y'all gonna
They would
complain.
have.
Man, if it's me booking things, y'all gonna complain.
That's how
Y'all
it's
gonna get
supposed to
complain.
be.
Hey, I keep saying pro wrestling timing is very important. A lot of people just rushing to see things, and it's just like let it cook. You know what I mean? Y'all just want to y'all see the possibilities, and I get it. You get excited about certain things when you see, oh, so and so on the roster. We might get this person and that person, but y'all want to see everything happen so quickly, and it's just like these things really need to play out. And sometimes it just like I said, I get the excitement, but like that right there, Roman, we could have waited. We could have waited. If y'all want to see Roman Reigns, he got Instagram and all that stuff. Y'all matches on fucking Peacock. Go back and watch that.
I absolutely agree. And I agree with this next comment. Fletcher, he says Roman is the OTC, right? He should have speared both Solo and Cody, period. I absolutely agree with that. I wanted to see it. I thought he was about to, and then he just got out the ring and then nodded at Cody. I was hot. When I
I
tell
was
you
like,
I was mad,
oh,
when I
this
tell
what we
you I
doing?
when I tell you I was sitting here watching like that little girl that got mad when the Miz won and shit like that, I was that's
Ah.
exactly how I felt, bro. I ain't even gonna front. He said, and now Brandy's inviting Roman to the family. What is this? Brandy better relax. Cause
Oh.
he gonna come over there and tear up that whole place and then fucking he gonna give the Superman punch to Pharaoh. Ballet said, please hit the
The
like
dog,
button.
bro.
Ballet said hit the like button. Mr. Hardy's off is laughing. RB said the patriarchy make it home and Tati scream go get your hands off me. Camille puts Miss Cage on her left shoulder and the patriarchy make it in the house. Daisu says, yeah, the belt is a replica secondhand and sold by some guy. Told him I'd go back on Wednesday to pick it up. It wasn't like the vendor, some guy selling out of a card, took Zelle. Okay. He says Venmo, Zelle. Ballet said when Bailey was in damage control, RB said Christian Cage screams, "Ladies, all the she's all yours." Gives Miss Cage tongue kiss and Kip Saban and Nick Wayne scream, "Yes, yes, 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 yes." Nick Wayne scream, "Miss Cage, you're home." Yes, yes, yes. I can only imagine that Tony Khan finna come over there and watch again. I don't know, that shit is stuck in my head. Why did you do that, RB? Holy shit. Daisu said the video game industry sounds like it in parts imploded recently. Oh yes, it is. We are going through a hell of a time. A lot of gaming companies are breaking apart. The Destiny company, WWE is pretty much secured with theirs, but people are complaining about that game and stuff they need to do. I'm complaining. I got some complaints about 2K. I'll be expressing it on Twitter, but don't mind me. Jonelle is in the house. He says, hi, what's going on, Jonelle? Ballet is throwing tomatoes. She says, I didn't. Daisu says, what were the highs? And she's saying she didn't watch the show. She says, he says, Daisu says, what were the highs and lows of SummerSlam? One has to imagine a universal high was LA Knight going over, Brian getting a go. LA Knight was definitely a high point for me. Finally. Let's see. We predicted all of the matches.
Way after we wanted it. We predicted the whole thing. Everything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say surprisingly. I felt like we got the best out of Damian with this title against Gunther. That was my favorite match.
Mm-hmm.
I think, to be completely honest, like if I was the one who was running things back there, I would have called an audible and say, Finn ain't coming out. Let these two cook in the ring. Gunther wins fair and square. And then maybe after Finn comes out and whoop Damian's ass, I don't know, whatever. I would have just left it as it is. You know, there's those moments where it's just like you got something really special with somebody with people in the ring, and having someone come out there. I get it. Y'all want to tell a little story of betrayal and all this stuff in a Judgment Day. But when you see in a match like that with Damian and Gunther, especially knowing that Damian's going to lose his title, then I was just like, holy shit, man. I necessarily wasn't impressed with this whole title reign or whatever, but that right there was a really great way to fucking lose it. But then here comes Finn getting involved. I was like, damn, man, kind of ruined it a little bit, but definitely best match of the night. Man, I don't care who would have taken that title off of Logan. It would have been just perfectly fine with me.
And Damian Priest has been on fire since that.
Right. Like, that's the craziest part.
It took him losing his title and like that night, whatever. I think it started the night Gunther cut that promo on him, and ever since then he's just been like, oh, like nah, you got me fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has been on fire. Like, it was crazy, man. Like, it just was one of those things. It just sometimes it takes that little thing and it sets you off. And now look at the matches he's been having from week to week, and you know what I mean, the brawls that he's been in and everything like that. I'm enjoying Damian Priest now. Even in Judgment Day he was cool, but I've never been a Damian Priest fan like that. Like I am now. I'm like, all right, I believe this dude can be champion now. After all of that, like I thought he was cool when he joined Judgment Day. I'm like, all right, I can see him being champion one day. But then he had that whole run where he was fucking Wile E. Coyote for the year. And I'm like, all right, bro, like this shit right here. Like, what are they doing? Then he wins the championship. He did defend it. But it just was like, it's still something missing. And whatever it was, and I think it was that tick that pissed him off, whatever Gunther told him when he called him trash, street trash and shit. After he did that, it was just like, oh, you got me fucked up, bro. Like, and then Damian has been like level 10 since then. Like, I believe Damian could probably, you know what I mean? He'll have a good match with Roman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he can beat Roman. I would love to see it, but I mean, you know, Roman he was on God mode. Let's see where he goes next. Where do you go after that? You know what I'm saying? Like, will Roman get back to God mode? Let's see. What else was good? Well, I think we talked about most of it. I mean, Rhea Ripley, that match was cool. Braun Breaker. Tati definitely wanted Braun Breaker to win that match. And yeah, I can't think of anything. Pretty much that was it. You know what I mean? The rest of it was like, all right. RB says Kip Sabian screams, Miss Cage, welcome back home. And Miss Cage and Kip Sabian bows to Miss Cage, welcome home. Mama Wayne screams, okay, that's enough, boys. Get back upstairs. Both Kip and Nick reply, yes, ma'am. Ballet says, don't worry, Tati. We're going to put money on Kenny's books. We will bake him a cake with a set of keys inside. Kenny won't be in there too long. Dyson says, someone mentioned recently Tony Khan books the titles, not the elite. Haven't they also been in some very big premiere matches?
When? I mean, we talking about 2024?
Well, I mean, if we talking back in the day, of course, but if we talking 2024, like,
2024. I mean, what
man,
they did the thing with Sting,
oh my god, oh,
Blood and
what
Guts,
the Sting and Darby match with the through the glass, Darby almost,
Anarchy in the Arena, the same thing that they end every year, obviously.
man,
I'm trying to think of something else that might have happened this year. I really can't think of anything, to be honest with you. I don't know. It's not me saying like the Bucks itself, but it's just like that whole group is not really doing anything in terms of the titles. Is what I'm saying. When you turn on Rampage and you see Private Party, MXM Collection, and all them tearing it up on fucking Rampage that nobody's watching, and you're just like, damn, these guys have no freaking chance of getting their hands on the gold. It's
yeah, we
wild,
watching it.
man.
It's just like when we was kids and like imagine like because since I'm thinking about it, like just being a kid in the 80s and like fucking growing up watching like wrestling and all you got it was on Saturdays at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then you gotta wait a whole week and then you don't even get to see your favorite people every week. And then fucking Mr. Perfect comes out. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. And he never wins the WWE title. You know how much that
Yeah.
shit hurts my soul that he never won the heavyweight championship?
Yeah. Some
Like
of
I
your very favorites growing up have never
and it
never won those big titles.
and they still treating him like they still treating him mid. His fucking DLC don't come out until November.
Oh my god.
He's the only character I wanted like in the game. And they put CM Punk ahead
You're
of
gonna have
like
to just create it, I guess.
nah, I'm just gonna wait. I need that. I need the actual build of the real Kurt Hennig to come out. I need him to throw that towel behind his back and grab it. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. I need all of that. Just go ahead, let them cook. Black Star said they aren't hungry. The younger guys, well, most of them are complacent.
Interesting.
Mr. All Days Off said Okada is 36. I mean, he says
Well,
Daisu
that's still
says
pretty young. You know.
Daisu says if Okada was just putting on a 60-minute matches, possible in AEW, do you think all the people would criticize him for not having a personality?
I mean, I think he does have a personality.
Yeah, he's funny.
I don't. I mean, I don't want to see him in like 60-minute matches. I mean, I personally don't want to see that, but I just think we would have. I just thought we would have seen more by now.
Yeah, they've been complaining, like I said, in the Discords. They've been going hard in Discord about like the shit that's happening with Okada in AEW. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny like to be in a Joe Budden Discord and they talking wrestling and everybody mad at Okada's booking. Like, that shit is funny to me. RB said the boys take a bow and go upstairs, and Camille holds Nurse Tati and Mama Wayne slaps Nurse Tati 9 times and screams, "Did not tell you not to run outside of this house. What's wrong with your rabbit ass mind?" Ajax says Santos Escobar deserves to be champ. I think that he deserves to be champ. Santos Escobar versus LA Knight. Thoughts? I think it's too soon for that. I would like to see Santos win. I just think if he fights him now, he's not going to win that championship. I see LA Knight holding on to this belt until at least Royal Rumble at the very least.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going to hold on to the US title until then, maybe even WrestleMania. Like, LA Knight deserves to hold on to his title. He worked his ass off to get just to the US title. But I would like to see Santos Escobar win a title, whether it be the Intercontinental or the US title at some point. I wouldn't mind him winning the US title. He's working his ass off. He is not like your average luchador in WWE. Him and Andrade eventually will cross paths again, which I think they already are. They just fought this past week. I can see them having feuds back and forth, but I want to see him fight more than just, the same people. So looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. Daisu says, are pay-per-view matches on TV the same when they have to constrain to TV formatting?
Well, like what we had like with Osprey and MJF is like a perfect example of what a pay-per-view match being on TV is like, which is why I kind of find it like, what y'all gonna do with them at the pay-per-view after they give us damn near 60 minutes? um I don't know, when you watching in the picture in picture for most of us, and obviously them not probably being able to do certain things that they would probably get away with doing on a pay-per-view versus doing certain things on a network television show. So it's different. It's different, but I think like a match like that is perfect example of something that people would pay to see. And like having a 60-minute time limit and just about making it.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like, well, people complain about that in terms of AEW giving you like a pay-per-view quality match on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, and it took away from it works sometimes, like that MJF match versus Osprey Cook, but then they only got 2 hours on TV, and then what happened to like the women that got to wrestle for the rest of the night, and you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Like that's a big thing, and then we get squash matches and shit. Don't nobody want to see that shit.
I mean, but Tony did pay that overtime money, so I mean, yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean it does. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, if you got that, but if it's, I guess it's up to TBS and TNT because they won't give us that third hour, just at least on to for so another show to add it to something, and they
Mhm.
want it there. It's like they put it there to fail, and that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully they won't have to deal with it. David Zaslav is in trouble. He just lost 91 billion in the last year for Warner Brothers Discovery. So
Oh,
yeah. So
when?
I'm hoping that I don't know if he did it on purpose or whatever, but I know that he bought so many different properties from everywhere. So you can't stay at the top that long when you lose $91 billion. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
he take his money. Hopefully they take the money and run. It was a bad
Well,
idea from them to change it from HBO Max to just Max and then consolidating all those channels. They took too much shit off TV. And this is why Tony Khan is having the problems he's having with trying to secure that deal. Like they lost $91 fucking billion. So whatever deal they trying to work out, I don't know where it's gonna go, but it does impact. And they lost the NBA. So not only did you do that, you also lost the NBA as well, which brings in so much different revenue. So I hopefully they keep AEW and they're able to cut them a big deal. But shit, they talking about selling the makers that make Mortal Kombat and just keeping the property. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of shit going on that's impacting from fucking video games to wrestling. Like all of my favorite shit over at Warner Brothers. Go ahead.
yeah.
All
I
right,
mean,
we're gonna
91. That wow, a lot of money.
I'm gonna try to work through the rest of these comments real quick. We are in the 5 hour mark. Let's
Oh,
see. RB, yeah, that's that quick. RB says Mercedes Monet screams, excuse me, Mama Wayne. Let me get some Mama Wayne tags Mercedes Monet into the match, and Mercedes Monet slaps Nurse Tati 8 times and screams, you know you better than that. Run away from me. Black Star says,
no.
yes, he will. Obafemi has had an open challenge on Tuesday, and Otis accepted later on the night. David Valentine says, Leo, put your right hand on your heart and pledge your
Oh,
allegiance.
so that's, oh
Solos.
wait,
Oh, go ahead.
so Otis, I guess I must have missed that. He accepted the challenge for tomorrow.
So he did, and I figured that was
I
what was going to happen.
I must have missed that part, but okay.
Yeah, when he was getting in the ring, you saw it when Otis was getting in the ring and Obafemi was standing there. He was like, Otis was slapping it, like, kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I guess I didn't put one and one together, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
That's what I was just saying. It's just like Tony D'Angelo it's other issues with Tony D'Angelo. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's holding the Heritage Cup. Like,
Uh-huh.
yo, let Obafemi win the Heritage Cup to hold along with his fucking, change it up. Don't let him hold the NXT title and the North American like Keith Lee. Let him take the Heritage Cup.
Mm-hmm.
David Valentine says, Leo, put your right hand on your heart and pledge your allegiance to Solo Sikoa as your undisputed tribal chief.
Oh, acknowledge him, King Leo.
As he does, but we already know who the one.
Uh-huh.
Hey man, listen, Roman did it himself. He said that he told us he was the chief. Harvey says, Camille says, I want some Mercedes Monet tags, and Camille in the match, and Camille slaps Nurse Tati 7 times and screams, Tati, you go clean the whole house, you go cooking, and you go clean by yourself. Fetch
Sound
away
like I
your
should
ass
be
at.
dead by
I see
now.
your ass missing. Where you at? You ain't sleep. Ballet says that Leo, we did get Carlito. I pissed you off. That's all it was. He said that Leo, we get Carlito's mismatched shoes. RB says, Mama Wayne checks on Christian Cage and adds, "Hey, Daddy." Daddy replies, "Hey, Mama Wayne got a surprise for you. Bring her in, please." Mama Wayne introduce you no other than Deanna Perrazzo to the patriarchy.
Well,
Ball-
damn.
Ballet says, "I believe in Joe Stingy." Holy shit.
Well, Ballet, be careful because Joe Hendry fans all over the place.
They are, but
They ain't
he is.
playing.
He trying to get
Oh,
he
did you
get
see
converted.
Megan went to go see him?
Oh yeah, I did. I saw her picture. She showed me
Mm.
she gave him a gift too.
Oh, that's so cute.
It was fucking dope. Her the gift that she gave him, it was real nice. She gave him like a plaque with this thing she made for him. It's dope. See, that's why I say you should wear your unique. Next time you go see Undertaker live, Undertaker says he loves fan gifts.
What would I give him? I should think about that. I
You
should think
should.
about that.
You should. I got those dominoes I still need to give. The BSK dominoes I made for the bloodline. I got 2 sets of dominoes I made for the bloodline. Like I don't
Oh,
fans
okay.
make shit for I got that shit made. My cousin, I was just in the middle of it, and that's how I got the address to the gym to go see. You know what I mean? And I still ain't brung them shits up
Damn.
there.
If I was gonna give Bay something, I gotta be really creative. I'll have to think about that. I have to think
Yeah,
about that.
you should. And I'm gonna get some new cases to put these dominoes in, and I'm gonna take them dominoes up to the gym and pass it to the bloodline, and then I'll maybe hopefully they'll let me film some shit up there while they training some new members of the bloodline. Ballet says, at Robert, you are on a roll tonight. RB says, Christian K screams, yes, yes, yes. You ladies are amazing. Yes, 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 yes. Christian K screams, Tati, you not only on punishment, you on major punishment. And since you can't stop taking pics with the wrestlers. Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Ballet says, no baby oil for Otis. Daisu
None.
says, so interesting the things you are saying are what others state for why Solo match was so good. SummerSlam sounds so polarizing amongst WWE fans.
Hmm.
It is. It's just I expected more. It's still a D minus to me. It just is. It's like the fans liked what they saw because they're programmed to like that shit. To like every ending you expected it. They wanted to see the endings to a lot of this stuff. This is the endings that they wanted, and I'm looking for. Okay, where's the no pun intended swerve to this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like where's the twist? Where's the M Night Shyamalan twist? You know what I'm saying? Like to end
Don't
the
bring
night.
his name up.
Why you didn't like his new movie? It
Don't
was
bring his
trash.
name up.
Oh shit.
Bro, what I'm seeing right now, and it's so funny because I was recommending Fletcher one of his movies, and I was like, damn, I probably shouldn't have done that. Fletcher's gonna hate me.
Which movie?
The Village.
Oh,
Um,
you recommended The Village?
man, because we was talking about movies and shit, but then I thought about okay, because we're was watching From or whatever, and then I was kind of making comparisons with The Village, and then I told him, I said, well, you know what, you should go check that out. But then after I already made the recommendation, I was like, holy shit, he might hate me after watching that.
You should have
We'll
gave
see.
him the Unbreakable trilogy. That's the shit to watch.
That's the one. That's what I should have said. That's what I should
Yes,
have said.
should have
Start off
said
with
that.
that.
Well, if you're still listening from parts unknown since you left the chat, go watch the Unbreakable trilogy. You know what I'm saying? I thought you couldn't be shaken, but you got stirred. RB says Deanna Perrazzo strips and gets low for daddy and says, hey, daddy. Deanna gets low for daddy. And all of a sudden, there's
Oh,
a knock on the door, and it's none other than Tati's favorite promoter, Tony Khan. Nick Wayne goes to the door. Oh, shit. He back to watch again.
oh.
Black Star says Jacob will beat Cody. Tell me when I'm wrong.
I don't know when that's
Uh,
gonna happen, but I would love to see that.
Ballet says, I know that's right, Ballet. I mean, RB says, I know that's right, Ballet. Daisu says, do you think Tony Khan has ever twerked? Practice making his booty clap. Holy shit. Y'all always got to send Tati to the ether. Y'all are funny. Oh, man, that was hilarious. Ballet says, everybody is watching Miss Omega kissing and doing stuff in the bed. You know what though? If we seen Shawn Michaels struggle twerk with Sexy Red, I can believe Tony Khan has he has done the Mercedes Monet dance. I could believe he twerked backstage. I'm sorry, I believe it. Daisu says, so interesting. The one who mentions loving the match, thought the building of Finn after building the story for so long. I like it. I hope it leads to a championship. That's what I'm saying about Finn, Daisu. Like if they build, if this leads towards a championship match, I don't know where and how against who. I would love to see it against fucking Gunther. If it leads towards that, I'm all for it. I want to see the old Finn back. I would like to see Finn that's gonna win some shit. And Tati has vanished real quick. RB, it says, TK, hey, Master Cage, I told you it was no problem. Mama Wayne screams, yeah, we almost lost our Tati. Meanwhile, Deanna getting low for daddy and living in the room on the couch. Tati tries to leave the room. Daisu says, do you think Kenny Omega has ever turned past the booty clap? Daisu says, what do you guys think of the CM Punk match? I actually like the CM Punk match. I thought it was good. He held on. He did look like he got blown up a bit in the match, and he was tired as shit. But it was a pretty good match, and I like the way that it ended with Drew taking the friendship bracelet back. So that was one of the matches that I did enjoy. RB says Camille stops Tati and holds her and screams, boys, Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne walk in the room and scream, and Camille screams, hold her. Tati screams, I hate you, Christian Cage. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. RB says TK gets on his knees while Deanna is low for her daddy. TK is on his knees and screams Christian Cage. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Christian Cage laughs and he then TK fist bump. Christian Cage asks TK, want to stay for dinner. Ballet says Nurse Tati has to slap Mama Wayne back at some point. They are treating Tati terribly. Absolutely. Tony Khan is on his knees. Oh shit. RB says TK says yes, Miss Cage. Mama Wayne gives TK some steak, shrimp noodles. Deanna Purrazzo switches up and kisses Christian Cage and jumps up, and Christian Cage gets low for Deanna, and they take the match to the kitchen. Holy shit. Ballet said Shamalama Ding Dong. Holy shit. And Christian RB says Christian Cage gets low for Deanna on the kitchen table, and Camille drags Tati in the kitchen, and both her and Christian Cage with the match. Deanna Purrazzo, Mama Wayne, and Mercedes Moné both refereeing, and Ballet says hello to Black Star. Well, we have reached the end of the comment section. I was trying to wait to see if Tati comes back, but maybe her computer might have or you know what I mean, her computer might have went down. I can't tell, although I am looking. But it was a fire night, a fiery night. A fiery night of wrestling. Comments in the section. And yeah, so I'm asking her now. Just a second, you guys. Okay. Yes. So it looks like she's having some issues with her computer, but y'all know we will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow for NXT. Definitely don't forget to go and watch the Queens of the Ring over on at Wrestle Tati's channel. Definitely Tati will be back for Dynamite this week, so we can watch some AEW. Then Thursday, don't forget we have Ring of Honor. We will be live then. And then after Ring of Honor, Friday, we will have SmackDown, and we will have Rampage right after SmackDown. And then Saturday, we will all convene and look for and play Where's Tati on Collision, since she will be back at the show. So it is late. I know it is late over where everybody is. Thank y'all for coming through, man. It has been a great show. We have had record numbers on a Monday night. And I thank everyone. Make sure y'all have hit that like button wherever you are watching from. And I appreciate each and every one of you, even everybody that has had great commentary tonight in the comments. So y'all have a good night, and it has been fun. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.